Oh man, we live, baby. We live. We lit, baby. We lit. You know what? You lot asked for it. You lot requested it. You lot wanted it. So here we go. Of course, we were just passing by. Good man, like respect. Yeah, he was going in on his live chat. Truth be told, I missed it. I caught the last minute and a half. But yeah, baby boys and girls, it seems like you lot have something to say. So if that be the case, the link has been shared to you guys. Okay? Because I can't be caught slipping like this. I haven't given you guys a show in almost like a day and a half, 2 days now. So we've got to make sure that you guys have days on here where you lot can express yourselves and get everything out. I know we got Evids up in the building. What's good, Evids?
Yes, what's going on?
Oh
Can you hear
man.
me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let me just quickly shout out to the audience members. If you want to get on, the link has been posted. Okay, so you guys are free to come on anytime you guys want. Just check. You see the link there as well as yeah. That's it. Go ahead, Evids. Talk to me.
No, I just got kicked off that other clown show, so I just come in here. Not respect the what's the other guy called? The Go Live. So
Okay.
I just come into respect to see what was happening. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah, so I just want to know what the conversation's about. I was gonna go in. You know?
Snap, 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 snap. I missed, the whole of Respects one. I haven't even seen the Go Live one neither.
And you
Um,
got he had your friend on there, Uncle Omar.
oh no, well, Go Live Media, yeah?
Yeah, Go Live Media.
Oh, sugar. Oh,
Mm.
sugar. Racist Uncle Omar. What was he saying?
Nothing. They kicked me off straight away. I didn't get to know. They
Oh,
locked me up.
man. What's going on, man? What's going on? It's funny, it's strange. It's really strange and funny how I have to put the epithet of racist before people's names.
Yeah.
It's
What
just funny.
you think he was? Well, do you think Uncle Omar was racist? Yeah. To tell you the truth, I don't think he was racist.
What do you think he was?
I think he was just. I think he was ignorant and he just said some random ass shit. To tell you the truth, you know what I'm saying? They're not like Egypt people are generally like that. I've been to Egypt loads of times. They would say that kind of shit if you're just walking down the road. I don't.
Um,
I don't think it's a racism thing. Like they actually hate black people in general. I just think it's. I don't know,
I,
man.
I don't know about hate. I think they have a disliking or a general, how can I put it? They view black Africans as inferior to themselves.
Well,
Um,
what did he say that made that you said he was racist though when you first?
give me a second. Let me just finish because
Yeah.
we have a good young scholar actually. I can't remember his name. Is it Habib? Habib something. He actually wrote a book. Excellent book highlighting the greatness of like the black or African Sahabas in Islam. Okay, and he actually what's the word? What's it called? Rabash. What's the word now? Oh,
Habash.
something. Yeah, but Habash, but it's play on the word. Something to do with darkness, anyway. And he spent some quite a long time studying in Cairo in Al Azhar University, and he was quite upfront with it. I remember we went to LSC, LSC University. Is it LSC? No, LS.
LSE,
What's the one? No, sorry,
LSE, the one in England.
No, SOAS University. SOAS University. He was there
Okay.
at SOAS University, and he was quite upfront with it. He was saying, yeah, like the Egyptians are very racist. He was staying there, and he was being racially abused on a daily basis. So it's nothing new in that
Mm,
respect. So
okay.
it's hard out there. It's hard out there. But Uncle Omar himself,
Yeah.
you
Because I
know,
thought you had a personal problem with him. That's why you just labeled him a racist.
no,
In my
no, no,
opinion.
no. I didn't have no personal problem with him. I found him quite amusing, entertaining at the very beginning. Speaking with him, unfortunately, he was trying to, how can I say, convert me to Islam. But when
Yeah.
that wasn't working, he started to racially abuse me and or call me all different manners of names and
Yeah. I
other
can imagine that. That's what he was just doing to me just
yeah,
now.
and black Christians as well. He racially abused as well. So mm, But anyways, I'd rather not speak on racism.
Yeah.
To be
All
honest
right.
with you, the only reason why I rather not is because, like, to me, it's just getting old now. Like, I really don't
No, I
care
agree.
as much as other people do care about these things and get worked up about it. I just see it as a fact of life that people are still steeped in ignorance and jahiliya, and
Mm.
to revisit every single time, like we just highlight, yep, this person,
Yeah, yeah,
your
just repeats.
outfit
Yeah,
is a racist. Now let's move on with our life, right?
yeah,
But of course, if it was the other way around, we already know how these individuals would be. They would be hounding you for days and calling you all different types of names and trying
yeah.
to do a madness. I don't even really want to do that to these people.
But that racist card just gets thrown out too much, I think, man. Especially if
Yeah, well, well,
like that.
I
Okay, so
think.
for example, that guy that called Gary a monkey at one point.
Mhm.
Yeah, you find him racist because he called him a monkey. To
Okay,
tell you
see,
to tell you the truth, though, me as a black person myself, bro, if I was to see Gary and I just made a joke, I'd be like, "Right, this guy looks like a chimp. You're a monkey. How would that be racist? Like, how would that be considered racist? If I
all
actually
right.
thought, this guy actually looks like a chimp. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying? You know
let
what
me
I'm
let
saying?
me let me just go back on that, yeah, and say, Gary does not look like a chimp. Does not
That's
look,
my opinion. He looks like a
does
chimp.
not
You know
look
what I'm saying? Well,
resemble a monkey. He's a fine, upstanding human being. All right, let me just get
yeah,
that
it
out
might be.
quickly and just say that uh, you know the individual did do it in a derogatory way, calling him a monkey. Do I think he is like has a deep hatred and
Mm,
abuses blacks or Africans,
yeah,
um, on a casual basis? No, I don't think so. I think he is quite like a lot of these individuals, right, are just cool human beings. They will salam you, they will shake your hands, they will hug you, they will greet you, they will speak
yeah,
nice to you up to a certain point, right? But of
yeah,
course, they're coming from like the Arab world or the Middle Eastern world, is even the Asian world is quite. It's a very highly racist
but
like
you can say that
world.
about every part of the world, though. You know what I'm
So yeah,
saying?
you can say that
Literally everywhere.
any part of the world, like because there will, society is steeped in racism, xenophobia,
Yeah,
colorism, shadism. All of these things are just prevalent at present. Okay, the
yeah,
beautiful thing about the UK and certain countries like the UK,
yeah,
um, they've done their best to eradicate racism. They've done their very best
yeah,
to, preach or propagate tolerance for other people's cultures and religions and customs and ethnicities and so forth. So for
yeah,
us in this multicultural Britain, we don't really have that segregation mentality as much as other cultures,
yeah.
in Africa, anywhere else. Like they have it quite highly. But yeah, so a lot of these people are coming from these cultures that's
Yeah.
steeped in racism. So
No,
it's no surprise when all of a sudden something that they've been pre-programmed with since the day that they were born suddenly slips and comes out. It's no big surprise.
yeah, no, I agree. That's crazy.
Oh man, let me just quickly do some promotion, baby, some promotion. Can I get you guys here who are on here who love Titans TV or just here to hate? Yeah, show us some love, give us some likes, and holler at us, okay? Holler at us. I'm gonna try to read out some of your comments. Give me a hot second. Apologies for not being okay. So yeah, Donut, you're ready. Brought on. I stand alone. Says no Muslim is racist, but a white man defending his country is. Yeah, yeah. Like, so it's funny now, right? So these individuals like Ali Dawes and Saeeds and the rest of them, right?
No,
They've
I don't.
been
Yeah,
talking
I
about,
don't see any doubt as racist. Maybe you say, yeah, I'm saying, but I don't know.
yeah, he will say some sly racist stuff that he doesn't recognize as being racist, but
If he doesn't recognize it, would it be called racist?
well, again, like I've distinguished before in previous talks, right? There is intentional racism and
Mm.
there is consequential racism. Okay. Some people intend to be racist, right? These are the people that I don't
Racist.
even know. You might be called, I don't even know. Let's say, I don't know, like let's say the Nazis, or let's say, some black supremacy group who's preaching hatred towards, whites or Asians or whatever the case is. Let's just be fair and just say something like that. These
Yeah,
people are intentional racists, okay?
yeah,
They're intending, they've learned it, they know it, they're being racist. Then you have other people who are consequential racists. meaning that they've been acculturated in a racist society, right? And they say and do racist things without even being consciously aware that it is racist. They're just racist, quote unquote, by nature. But it's not really nature, it's more like by nurture, should I say. They're racist by
Okay.
nurturing. And they don't acknowledge it, they don't even know it, they don't even realize that they're being racist. And this happens quite a lot at times. If you're at work, you might find people just saying some mad things to you. You're like, what the hell did I just hear? But
Wait,
you
wait, wait. You're
realize,
saying that a person could be racist without knowing they're racist?
well, hold on. And you realize that these people are just socially awkward. They've never met a black person before, or they've never been around an Asian or Muslim before, and they just say some stuff like just isn't appropriate. And it's not that they're trying to be. They just that's all they know. That's all they know.
No, I know what you mean, but can you give like some kind of example of it? Like what a person that could be racist without knowing it? Like how could that be possible? You know what I'm saying?
So, for example, the most classic one,
Yeah,
like you're kind of pretty for a black girl, or you're kind of pretty for a dark skinned girl.
but even a black person could say that to a black person.
Yeah, no, and that's what we're talking about. This is, the self hatred that's being imposed upon them.
That's not
And
racist.
no, it's self hatred. It's self
Oh,
hatred.
yeah,
So they got what Dubois call a double consciousness, right?
yeah,
They see themselves via the white conscious mind, right?
yeah.
And they will look at themselves and look at the other people around themselves, how the white conscious mind looks at them, and be like, oh, they don't really like black people, but you're kind of all right for a black person. You dig what I'm saying? So they've got this double thing going on. There's all manners of racism, subtle racism that actually happens, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Um,
let me just quickly introduce, panel members. We've got Ricky, we've got E up in. Oh, yes, you. What I'm talking about? We've got Donut up in the building as well. So let me go an unknown. I believe that's Brother Umar up in the building as well. So let me actually go first of all to Donut because I think he was here first, then to Omar, and then to Ricky. So, Brother Donut, what's good? Okay, I'll go back to Omar. Omar, my brother Omar.
Haha. Okay, so peace to the panel, peace to the live chat. I want to quickly come at this from an Islamic point of view, as per usual. I want to make it really quick though. But first of all, just before I do that, I want to say I categorically believe that Saeed is not racist. I just want to put that out there. And even if I had initially believed that, he has apologized, and it's upon me and upon the wider human community to accept his apology. But that's on you guys, and that's
I
your
agree
own
with that.
thing.
No, I agree with that as well. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Okay.
Even though he did say a racist statement, though, you know what I'm saying? There's no denying that. You know what I'm
There's
saying?
there's no denying that, and that's something not to be denied, bro. That's just out there.
What's about Tommy Robinson? Is he racist?
Yeah, I think he's definitely racist. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal experience going around here. So I'll just take it from his fans and followers.
You sorry? You take it from
I
what?
don't know him personally, but his fans and followers are racist.
Yeah.
That's more than enough to tell
All right.
me.
All right. Let's just say he stands and follows racist. What's about him?
With him, I don't know him personally, and plus he's not that much in the light to know if he's really racist. You can't know him. He's not in the camera 24/7. If he was in the camera 24/7, well, you probably can catch him being racist. You know what I'm saying?
So let me get this straight, right?
Hmm.
You haven't caught Tommy Robinson being racist,
I
okay?
haven't no.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's racist. We've caught Brother Saeed being racist, but
yeah.
he's not racist.
I never said
Hmm.
he's not racist.
I know you. Okay, yeah, E, you haven't said it. Okay, so Omar, let me just get you in. Omar, what do you have to say for that?
To what? Sorry, what was the question?
So let me catch this one. Is Tommy Robinson racist?
Trying to catch you up.
Okay. To be honest, I don't care that much. Is that
Uh,
alright for me to say?
yeah, that's good. That's good enough. That's good enough. I like that. I'm just catching some jokes real quickly. I just want to catch
What
everybody
about
out.
you? What do you think? You think he's not racist?
Who's that?
Tom Robinson.
As I said before, like I haven't experienced or caught Tommy Robinson being racist.
Yeah.
There's no evidence to suggest he is racist, but I completely understand that we've been brought up in a racist society. So unless he's worked out his racism, there is always going to be like these. How can I put it? How do I put it? Like, I don't know. Like, there might be something inside of a person that can come out. Okay, so it wouldn't be surprising. Like if Tommy Robinson said something racist, it wouldn't surprise me. If you said something racist, it wouldn't surprise me. Do you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But would I call you a racist? No, you haven't demonstrated any racism. Neither has Tommy Robinson, in my humble opinion, demonstrated any racism.
So when he told that guy go back to Africa, isn't that racist? You don't find that racist, or you find that just like a that's not racist.
I find that as normal. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what country you're from.
Did you see the conversation, or
what country are you from?
For me, I'm Ethiopian.
Ethiopian. If for example, a Somalian.
They got the Ethiopians.
What's going on, mate? You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. If a Somalian was in your country and complaining about your country and what Ethiopia did to Somalia, would you say like go back? Like the first response would be like go back to Somalia, then, right?
No, I don't think so. But I can't tell you that because I've never been there and I don't know if that scenario how it would play out.
You're dodging. You're dodging.
I've never been there.
You're dodging, bro. You're dodging.
It's not dodging. I've never been there. I've never been in that scenario, so it's not dodging.
Let me put it this way. Hold on, family. Let me put it this way, right? You invite me to your house, right? Yeah. You invite me to your house. I'm there. Like you've given me drink, you've given me food. I'm complaining about the food. I'm complaining about the drink. You know the way they're like I'm just looking mad, like ungrateful. Okay, and I'm like, yo, you know what? See in my house, this injera, this is what you're feeding me here. It's not enough. Yeah. My house, the way that my mother cooks, the way that you know the way it's there. I'm talking about your house like it's just ish, right? Yeah. You'd be like, I'm like, shut up, go back to your own house, right? If you like your house so much, why don't you go back there?
I agree with that, to be honest. I've had a big conversation like this before, similar to this with Jedi. I didn't get a chance to get that many words in because we know how Jedi is, but this whole ingratitude aspect that a lot of foreigners, because we are kind of foreigners at the end of the day, if you think about it from their perspective, we are foreigners, and we come here and we're just wow. You the way you put it, I agree with basically.
But yeah, let's jump off the. Sorry, 1 second. Just putting out the incense. You know, I got the incense burning at these hours of the night right here. Just trying to hold my little meditation and catch some inspiration from the angels. Anyways, so let's jump off that real quickly and let me just quickly see what the panel members are saying. Sophia Films is saying Omar is a jihadi.
Whoa, is that what he said?
Yeah, nobody ever talks about any other group of people the way blacks are spoken about. Facts. Let me just quickly read out all of the comments first, right? And then I'm going to get back to us. The litmus test is if they would let their daughter marry a black man. Big up Brother Times TV and Brother Kalam. Shouts out to man like Plip 5. Lexi's in the building. Nick Dudley's up in here as well. Okay, hold on. Respect Official says add me. All right, let me drop you the link. All right. Okay, yeah. Saw you, Lexi. Kemo Yisrael's up in the building. Omar. I think somebody's about to come in on at you. Let's quickly just get all the comments read out. I saw a Kalam somewhere. Okay, Patrick Norman says, but he must be racist because everybody says so. An argument that don't impress man like Kalam. I know. All right, okay, so the link has been sent out. Let me know if that link works. Otherwise, if that doesn't work, just simply message me via Google Hangout. And if you guys are trying to come on, and then, yeah.
Kalam.
Yeah,
most people don't even know what the word racist means. They call racist, they call people fascists and this, and they're completely using these words completely inappropriately. They got no idea what racist even means. Most people are prejudiced. They're not racist, most people. You know, I mean, racist means power plus influence. Omar got no power and no influence, so he cannot be racist. At best, he's a hypocrite, a bigot, or a racist. A prejudice. So people, Tony Robinson, for example, is not a racist. At best, he's a prejudice because he has no power and actual influence. His ethnic group in this country, though, however, has the potential to be racist because they do have power and influence in Britain, his ethnic group. But he cannot necessarily be considered one of them because his own people are basically trying to silence him. So if he's anything, he's a prejudiced.
Where did you get the idea that you need power to be racist, though?
Because to be able to be a racist, which means to influence somebody else's life, so there's nothing they can actually do about it because you are better than them based on your race, you have to have power and influence. Like I said, either you're a bigot or a prejudice. People, please use the correct words with the correct meanings when you say something.
Oh man. Okay, let me just get some order up in here. I know we've got a few more people that's attending. Let's get it on. Let's get it on and cracking. Give me 1 second, family, before I get some order in here. So yeah, okay. So yeah, let me know, family, if the link is actually working and you guys are able to come in. I know a few people have come in. So Donut, we haven't heard you speak yet, and Sir Macintosh, and then Shai Sul.
How you doing? Whoa, what's up? What's up? What's up? You're right, yeah. I'm just eating. That's why.
All right.
Having
Eat
some
away.
crackers.
Eat crackers, yeah.
Yeah. Garlic crackers.
I was gonna say you're a proper af, bruv, but the way you got garlic on top of it, I don't even know, fam. I don't know.
Garlic crackers.
Nah, amazing, nice, bruv.
Hey,
Gives
what
that extra.
happened to that
garlic.
video?
Mhm.
No, I'm talking about Donut.
Yeah.
What happened to that video? Some fake.
Oh yeah.
video.
What's it? Do you like it? Yeah.
No, I didn't, bro. It's some bullshit.
Remember, family, I know it's late hours at night, but
Wait,
right,
hold on.
we have the rules, right? The 3 rules is this: keep your mics muted at all times. Second rule, respect each other's cipher. Third rule is please no profanity or ad hominems. You know, I got my mother, my sister, my aunties, my children. They're watching these programs.
Okay.
Come on, all right?
Tell everyone to watch. Yo, everyone, yeah. Whoever's watching now, yeah, come into my channel, yeah, and watch my new video. And it is sick, bruv. It is sick. It's about ants, in it. It's like wildlife.
Oh man, I think I saw somebody post something like that in one of the chats. You're crazy. All right, let's get Sir Mac.
Informative.
Oh, hi guys. Good evening. Nice to be on.
Greetings. Talk to me. Anything that you would like to discuss?
Not in particular, but I saw your title and I thought this could be a juicy show. So I thought let's go on and let's see what happens.
Listen, I'm just clickbaiting all of you guys, you know. Don't get twisted.
It sure worked, man.
All right. So yeah, who else? We haven't got Shaisul.
Yo, what's up, Callum? Still, was Uncle Omar racist?
Was he racist? I would say so, yeah. He was utilizing racial derogatory slurs against myself and other black individuals at Speaker's Corner. For me, I've got a slight suspicious feeling that type of racial abuse kind of rubbed off onto Zachariah. You know,
okay.
Zachariah changing to actually starting to racially abuse other black people in Speaker's Corner and over the Hangouts as well. So yeah.
Okay, so the people who are saying that Saeed should be forgiven for what he said, yeah, even though it was derogatory, son of a N-word, yeah. So he should be forgiven for that, yeah. That's what a person's saying, innit? Two people are saying, innit?
Who's saying that?
Didn't Abu Mujahid or Unknown say that, and someone else say that? Or am I hearing wrong?
Yeah, I said that.
I didn't say you should forgive him. Yeah, I'm saying I'm saying that I would forgive him personally.
Why?
Even though his statement was racist, there's no denying that he said a racist statement. You know what I'm saying? But you can't hold something on someone forever.
So how long should we hold something on someone for?
It's up to you, innit? That's a personal opinion. That's why I said to you, me personally, that's it. It's done. Whatever he said is. You know what I'm
but as a black person, yeah, to know that someone's got that views, how can I forgive somebody like that?
Okay, can I ask you? So let me ask you, Said. If someone dissed your mum today, yeah, or dissed your mum back in school, would you ever forgive them?
Okay, if someone was racist towards me and my mother, yeah, I would never speak to them
not
again.
racist. I'm talking about just diss them. Just diss your mum naturally. No racism.
Hold on a second. That's just what's the argument you're coming with? That's not making no sense. He was racist. He was
Doesn't
racist.
that depend on if the apology is genuine or not?
Yeah, but we know
Exactly.
Saeed's apology wasn't genuine. Come
How
on,
do you
man.
know
No,
that?
Come on.
I
Listen,
thought it
if
was
you
not really generous.
You
thank
That
can't,
you.
you
came,
can't,
yeah.
you can't
Thank
read
you.
someone. You can't know that. You can't know that.
Come on, man.
To be
Listen,
honest with you,
that's your
the
opinion.
reason why he apologized, it seemed as if he apologized because he was caught and not because he
that's
was
right.
sorry. He even lied, you know, like Prospect asked him, "Yo, why did you make that comment?" And he said, "I was reading comments. It was not from myself." And in the way back in the car, and the day after or 2 days after on his hangout, he said, "Yeah, I did say it." And
I
then
ain't
he
heard
came
that.
with all kinds of excuses, and he blamed everybody else. I even saw in his comment section, I saw somebody blaming the white people because he made a racist comment. And I mean, come on, man, you can't do that. And on his hangout show, he blocked everybody who had an opposing view. His mods were blocking everybody. I mean,
No,
that's not
that's
genuine, you
not fair
know.
at all, man.
I,
Callum, is this what this show is about? Is it just gonna be name dropping and Saeed and that? Because I mean, to be honest, I'm just gonna drop out if
Of
I'm
course
honest.
you are,
No,
Abu Mujahid, because you was in the show when he was saying all this stuff. So of course
Yeah,
you are.
I'm not down to get into this with you right now. I'll be honest, bro. If you can call it what you will, bro, but
No,
I don't
I'm
know.
calling it as it is, man.
Fair enough.
Do you know what I mean? If someone was talking about your prophet like that, you lot wouldn't be saying, you lot wouldn't be so calm, you lot wouldn't be talking about forgiveness.
I don't know. I just think that like this stuff has been discussed like to
back,
lengths
back.
on so many other channels, and Titans brings one thing that other channels don't bring, and it's order and it's like actual academia, and that's one thing I like about this channel, and I don't want this to digress down to other levels. Like, why should it?
Hold on,
But
I'm not
remember
dying.
with Dan and stuff, everybody was angry
Thank you.
because he used the N word and not even really on a racist way. And now Saeed is exposed, and everybody, or not everybody, but his panel members go, "Yeah, we shouldn't talk about it. He apologized." I mean, come on, we should talk about it because these things are important.
Can't we discuss racism as a concept instead, and to do with like scripture, to do with common day society stuff like that, historics? That would be so much more interesting and so much
You
more
mean that
beneficial.
would be so much not talking about your Muslim brother, you mean?
100,
What's wrong with
Well
100,
that?
said, man.
100. Bruv, yesterday, that Omar, he just baited himself up. A lot of people baited themselves up, bruv. Yeah, as complete race apologists. Yeah, no matter what it is from, it's a Muslim brother, they are going to defend
Whoa,
it.
bro,
They are going to
respect.
stand up for it. They are going to stand in their
Why am I
corner.
here,
They can
bro?
disrespect my black mother. They can disrespect black people. They can call us son of a nigger. And these lot don't give a damn. They don't
Okay,
give a
so
shit
why
about
am I
our
here?
culture. And the thing is, it's not surprising, like Kalam said, because this is language that Unknown uses in his everyday life with his other
What?
Asian brothers. So that's why it's
Yo,
so
fam,
easy
yo,
for them to
don't be
justify it.
trying
This is
this
why
right
it's so
now.
easy. This is
Yo,
why it's
you're a
so
liar.
easy.
You're
This
a
is why
liar,
it's so
fam.
easy for them to
Bro, I didn't
justify it. And
expect this
every
from you,
Asian,
bro.
1 minute, every Asian who does not use this language in their everyday life is disgusted and condemning him. This is how you can tell the difference. The Asians and the white people and the black people who are condemning it and are disgusted and are not making any excuses. Those are the people that don't condone racism. It's the people that are justifying it and trying to make find some way out for him. This is their everyday language. This is normal to them. This is why they're just thinking in their head, that could have been me being caught. And that is why they're defending it. It's disgusting.
All right, Omar, you've got an opportunity to respond to that. Remember, we're trying to keep some order where we're not talking over each other. So I had to mute your mic, and of course, I'm going to have to mute other people's mics when they jump in as well. So yeah, go ahead, Omar. You can unmute your mic and you can respond.
Yeah, all right, man. I don't know. I just want to start off by saying, yeah, like, I don't know. This is probably like the I'm just not. I just didn't expect that from Respect. Yeah, but whatever. Anyway, um, I wouldn't be here, Respect. Yeah, because I literally came on here to discuss racism as a concept because I'm free from it, and you just basically called me a racist, bro. And you're saying that's something that I do in my common daily talks and conversations with my people, etc. But you don't know me and you don't know what family I've got that are actually black, etc. Yeah, like you don't know this stuff and you don't know me, bro. So, don't talk about me. Anyway, but with regard to Saeed, yeah, to say that I'm defending his actions is one thing, and then to say that I'm trying to de-escalate a situation is another thing. So you know, you need to come with your facts, bro, because right now you're emotionally involved in the situation. Yeah, that's the issue here, bro. Whereas I'm not. I'm unbiased. I haven't met the guy like that in person. Yeah, and I'm coming from a Muslim perspective on the outside. Um, so yeah, bro, like if for somebody to be emotionally involved and individually involved in the situation as compared to somebody on the outside who's trying to de-escalate the situation, and then you're coming at me with ad hominem personal attacks, bro. Like anyway, that's what I want to say. But like I said, Callum, I would love it if this conversation didn't digress into that too much. But obviously it's your show, and that's all I have to say on individual matters.
No problem. Nothing.
That's lovely, Caleb. He asked you to do on your show, but obviously these men.
Respect. Hold on. 1 second. Respect. Let me quickly say, yeah, family. Remember what we said. The rules, right? Let's not hurl any abuse or any accusations at our brothers in that manner. All right. Let's just refrain from that because, of course, you know, people will get into their feelings, and we're not trying to get people up in their feelings right now. We don't want us to have a shouting match at each other. So, you know, let's try to keep it as objective as possible. Go ahead, Respect.
Yeah. I just find it funny. Omar wants to direct the narrative of this show. You get me? But differently from that, yeah, I'm not being emotional. This is something that a lot of my Asian brothers have told me. Like the people that are defending this thing, nine out of 10 of them are this because this is normal to them, innit? The people that ain't defending it, it's because they're genuinely disgusted by it, innit? And we know this Al Bara concept, innit? Like the thing about this particular situation is obviously Saeed kind of apologized to me, and you know what? Yeah, I tried my best to show mercy and humble myself, but then when I saw the show, and not only did I see the way he has a problem with fully owning his truths. Yeah, that's one problem that I've got with Saeed. He always tries to make justifications and excuses and slip out of it, and I just rather someone just be completely honest in it. That's the first thing. Yeah, but what really disgusted me is the way the people around him tried to normalize it. He would have been better off doing that show on his own. I can't lie, because the way they tried to normalize it was just I just think it's disgusting. Like no one that was on that panel, not Unknown, not Omar, not Abu Tala, no one that was on that panel could ever chat to me about. And you know what, man, I didn't agree with Sarah sitting down with Tommy Robinson, but they couldn't tell me about Sarah sitting down with Tommy Robinson because the same way they're sitting down with Saeed, innit? You know what I'm saying? It's just for me, it's no different, innit? Yeah, like it's racism, innit? And I think like the thing about Saeed's situation is, remember, like it was lie after lie. So obviously there was the first lie, and then there was the second lie that it was context. Then there was I was reading out a comment, and he stuck with that lie. I was reading out a comment right until we completely proved that he was not reading out a comment, and this came from his own mind. This was actually a response to someone saying there'd been made a mod on my page, and only when we'd proved that to a level that he had no escape, that was when Saeed reached out and apologized to me. So as much as like I can take the apology, I have to say he was forced to do that apology. That wasn't something he didn't have a choice in that matter. What's he gonna do? Go on his live show and say, yeah, I don't like you black people. So he like everything he's done, he's had to do. It hasn't been by his own choice and his own free will. So I think now it's just a time thing. You just see what time says with Saeed, and that's between him and the Mo side. But for people to be trying to water it down and normalize it, like it's dead in it. Like everyone should just shut up in it. Like I feel like because they're just making it worse. Now it's time thing. You just see what time says with Saeed, and that's between him and the Mo side. But for people to be trying to water.
Okay, so I'm sorry, Puntai. It seems as though you got two things open. Yeah, just close one down. Family, if you guys would like to come in and weigh in on this, all right. I think we're going towards this. This is going to be about racism. This is going to be about Saeed, I guess. So if you would like to come in, if you would like to have your say, jump in. After we finish this, we'll jump onto another topic that any of you guys can propose, and we can jump onto that as well. So, does anybody have anything to say?
Yeah, I do.
Go ahead.
like as Respect said, innit, it just shows what was in a man's heart, innit, and the people that are around him, especially like the black brothers, like they're just going lenient on him, you know, which is very surprising. And if it would have been Raj, you know, there'd be 100 live streams. They'd all be saying you must condemn it, you know. So, you know, I just don't understand why for this, you know, you must forgive someone for saying something like that, something as derogatory as like that. Talk about someone's mother.
Yeah, I think you are right. And you know what it is? It's Saeed was a couple of weeks ago so dishonest, also slandering Raj, calling him pigeon all the time, and calling people racist. Even on his channel, he put texts like, "Yeah, he and that is exposed." He really got a, how you say that, cookie of his own dough. I don't know how to express that.
Listen to this, family. If you speak of him, he shall appear. Speak of the Guru, and Guru Raj shall appear. So let me get Raj in real quickly. Raj, talk to us.
All right. Yeah, how you doing, my man? Everyone all right?
Yeah, man, all well.
Yeah. Saeed apologizes today. I do not accept the apology. The reason being is because it was disingenuous, and there's a lot of things he's done that people don't realize, that he's kind of instigated a lot of these people to attack me, not just personally, but my family, my local temple, my immediate family. And so one of the things that I'm going to say is that Saeed is a hypocrite of the highest order, because he done a live stream. I'm going to expose him on Friday, where he accused, if you know Mohan Singh from the Sikh Awareness Society, done a talk where he referred to a Bengali guy as dark as a tava. And when he says, when Indians say this is going to touch upon also about the racism in the Asian community. So he said as dark as a tava, as dark as a black pan, yeah. And Saeed kind of totally went crazy on Mohan Singh, saying he's a racist and he's this and that. And even with myself, he's called me a racist. He's called Steve the Atheist a racist. But when you listen to what Saeed said, this is not some normal kind of like off the cuff remark. He is calling Respect's mother an N-word, yeah. And this, even I've even heard Asians say that. I've not heard Asians say N of a butcha of an N, yeah. Butcha just means the son of. And so I just want to say that I don't accept his apology. Not I don't accept his apology that he's given so far, because I don't think it is
Raj,
genuine.
Raj, can I quickly intercept that? Yeah, I actually respected one of the things about when I was speaking to Saeed, one of the things I said is all the lies has been disgusting. I said I don't agree with things about Raj, yeah, but if you're gonna create a lie saying that he married his sister, and you're gonna pull it, I don't rate that. I want to be talking the truth. I had to apologize to Manny because Saeed created a rumor that Manny was a tranny, and I found out that he wasn't a tranny, and I put it in Islamophobia too, as if it was truth. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, yeah, like I pulled him up on that, and when he started to do the apology, to you, I respected that element. But then what happened? Abu Tala and other brothers told him that he doesn't need to apologize to you. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he doesn't. Obviously, and I say that's half of the issue. Half of the issue is when obviously he's done something wrong to you. He's not apologizing to you for. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you've got ideological differences. You might have your beef.
He only apologized for a very minuscule amount of things that he's done. And everything I've done towards Saeed has been very either childish or at the max, let's just say offensive. But what he's done is stoke the fires against me about saying Raj wants to rip off our sisters' niqabs. Raj is attacking our sisters. Let's finish him off. And the thing about with Saeed, he acts all innocent, like he's like a innocent bystander, but he's not. He instigates a lot of these issues, including against my cousin, who, what people don't realize, the Sikhs and their cousins are like brothers and sisters. Like, you're telling me I'm marrying my sister. I'm not from that culture where you can marry cousins. So for me, it was extremely offensive for him to say that. Yeah.
Raj.
Yeah.
Raj, I don't trust you, you know.
Who are you, you donut?
What do you mean? You know who I am, man. You always, you never reply to me. Like, you always, Like, what's like? You always cuss me,
Kid,
yeah, when I can't talk to you.
I'm not gonna divert to you. You're nobody to me, man. Why should I
Yeah, that's
even
fine.
acknowledge
That's
you?
fine. That's fine.
Let's go back onto the
I
thing.
don't trust you though. You're not a trustworthy person.
I don't chat to donut turds anyway. So what it is, yeah, Titans. This is another thing I said a year ago. If you watch a video of me on COE, I don't know if you remember Raspik when I first went to the park, and I said within the Asian community, there's a lot of underlying racism that you don't hear. Do you remember that conversation, Raspik?
100%, 100%. I remember that.
Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. You don't hear these kind of things. I hear them all the time. Like I used to hear them all the time. This underlying racism, and it still goes on. When you walk away, you know, or people are behind closed doors, you can hear the way Saeed said it so flippantly. It wasn't nothing unusual for him. But even I have to admit, I've not heard anyone go to that level of cussing out someone's bum and calling her an N-word, or Raspik being the N-word of a you know, his mum being that. So this is a discussion we can have on Sunday anyway, about, because it's been a whole year since I spoke about it. Everyone jumped on my back saying, "Oh, Raj, we're not racist." But trust me, you scratch the surface with the Asian community, there's a lot of prejudice there as well.
Mr. Raj.
Right. Hold on. 1 second. Let me do this. I want to get medicine man up in here. So, how many members? I want to make sure. Hold on, Raj. Everybody just mute out your mics. I want to make sure that everybody has their say. Okay, and those people who don't want to say, just want to be here, please give up their spaces for other people to come in. So we have Puntait. I want to get you in, and I also want to get Kalam in. So Puntait, unmute your mic, please.
Yeah, peace to the panel, man. Peace to the panel. Can you lot hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, I saw that video with the comments that Saeed made, and I'm just gonna say that I'm not even surprised, because the reality is that South Asians are some of the most racist people I've ever come across. This is something that's embedded within their culture. Do you know what I mean? But the thing is, you're never ever gonna get it directly. It's always gonna be like sort of like backhanded comments and whatnot. But yeah, it's something that they need to sort out. But the thing is, and the crazy thing is, from my experience, like what you get to your face and what you get behind your back, it's just like, it's crazy. It's just like two complete opposites. And don't get me wrong, I'm not generalizing, but it's just my personal experience. So what Saeed said, I ain't surprised about, to be honest. And yeah, man, it's like, that's something that, you know what I mean, the South Asian community's got to deal with. So
Internet, that's perfect. Okay, I've said it earlier on one of my other shows, right? You know, us in the, you know, African or Afro-Caribbean community, you know, we're quite intolerant when it comes to homosexuality. You know, we're all about burn out the chichi, burn out, you know, them ways there. We go in on those things.
Yeah.
Even in the UK, and we're in a society that promotes tolerance for other people, things of that nature. So we can admit that we have that inside of our culture, right? We have a strong tendency of homophobia inside of our culture. So I want to know, like, for my Asians, okay, I'm not trying to jump on you. I'm not trying to say you're all racist. I'm not trying to do that. Okay, I'm making sure that you know that I know that in our own culture we have problems. But I want to know, like, where does this racism stem from? You know, is there a point of origin, or is there many factors that kind of bring about this racism?
Can I say, or does anyone else? I don't want to take over the show.
If I can get all my Asians to speak, so I know Raj, you're Asian, right? So Unknown or Umar, I'm assuming, but I don't know. Are you Asian?
Yeah, he's from Afghanistan. But, Kalam, I'm gonna have to go in a minute, yeah. But I'm gonna hear that one, two of the answers first, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna respond, and I'm gonna go, yeah. But one thing I have to say, yeah, is I don't want. I see a lot of the Islamophobes jump on this one. You get me? But the fact of the matter is, yeah, for every one Abu Mujahid that's there defending him, like, you got 4 men that are definitely condemning it. You know what I'm saying? Breaking down the information. When I asked the question on the content over everything video, you can see some people coming in there saying, "No, he's not being racist." They're trying to lie to me online. They're literally trying to lie to me and say he did not say my mum is a nigger. Like, this is how far the pathology of the defending a brother goes, that they'll actually try to lie to you. But then you've got a whole variety of people that definitely are exposing the thing. That's why I gotta just big up I got a big up man like Liban, I got a big up man like Esau, I got a big up man like Big Odds. Even though even though he's very balanced in the thing, he was still completely honest with man about what was being said in the voice note. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's definitely, but yeah, it's definitely a big issue, and I feel like anyone that's Asian and being honest with us lets us know that there's an issue, and I feel like the people that try to sweep it under the carpet, they're actually a big part of the issue, and they're the people that allow the issue to continue being an issue. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's
Can I say something?
100. E, quick,
Yeah.
you got like
I was-
30 seconds.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know his statement was racist. There's no doubt about it. I don't think no one denies that shit. Yeah, but I'm saying, how do you resolve it? You're trying to tell me there's no way of resolving that. So even if you apologize, there's nothing. Basically, that's what I'm saying.
We'll jump on that afterwards. We're gonna jump on that a little bit later on how do you successfully do Toba. All right. For my Muslims, they understand that concept, but we'll jump on that a little bit later on. So first of all, I'm gonna get Raj, and then I'm gonna get Brother Omar. And
all right, so I've already been on Betty's show. We titled it not racism but colorism. This is different because racism means that you hate a particular group of people and you want to hurt them or you want to kind of do something detrimental to them. But there's a very I said this a year ago. I wish I could. I'm going to bring out the video on my own show. That there's a colorism within the Asian community. So they don't just call black people, don't just mock black people. I'll give it, I'll give an example is like, if someone's dark in the community, they'll say they're like a tava, like they're black as a pan. And so there's this real kind of colorism of a hierarchy of light to dark. And obviously black people are the darkest. And so, but that doesn't mean they just do it towards black people. They will do it to anybody that is very dark. And that could even be South Indians and people like that. And so and before everyone says this is about the British just capitalized on it and manipulated the situation. This colorism has been around for like 3, 4, 5,000 years through the caste system, and it's permeated all the way down today. So I'll give you one quick example is that somebody said on my live stream when I showed an old picture of myself that you looked lighter when you was young. And this kind of ideology is so ingrained in me that I actually, for a few minutes, started getting stressed out that I've gone dark. Yeah, and that's somebody like myself who's trying to fight it. And I was like, oh, don't be stupid. After like a few minutes, but I've heard things that within the Asian community all the time. Like as I was growing up, I'm not going to say who said it, but you would hear it. And I said that a year ago, and the thing, and everyone kind of jumped on my back and said, "Oh, Raj, we don't say." They do. Just look at the way my mum's from Uganda, and when the Sikhs and the other Indians went to Uganda, they didn't mix with the indigenous population, and so there was also a hierarchy there that I think they probably, I don't want to like saying this, but I think they probably looked down upon the blacks of that country, which is why I think Idi Amin and a lot of Africans are pissed off with them. I don't agree with their actions and what they did afterwards. So it's more of I want to change the word to colorism rather than racism, because racism, I think, is too strong of a word. But colorism is still problematic, very problematic.
All right, give me a hot second, family. I've got a message here from Mad Dog TV. It says, this comes from the Muslims and British rule over India. Both treated Indians as third-class citizens. All right. All right, let me get Omar in. Go ahead, Omar.
Yeah, so I'm from Afghanistan, as you pointed out, yeah. Well, actually, I'm quarter English. My mom's half English, but I don't know whether that class is South Asian anyway. But anyway, to label the whole South of Asia, which is literally half a continent, as being intrinsically racist, yeah, is a joke thing, because you're labeling probably 500 million people, yeah, as being racist. And that being said, I don't know too much about the rest of South Asia, but Afghanistan anyway is a place, yeah, which is quite deep rooted within its Islamic tradition and is quite tailored in its thinking and its activities by the Quran and the Sunnah. So anything which is in contradiction to that, quite frankly, gets thrown out the window. And racism is one of those things because, I mean, as I mentioned when I first came onto the panel, what I wanted to speak about was how Islam is free from this. But obviously, it got digressed into this. But so, from my perspective and from where my people are from, anyway, even though I'm from the UK, so it's not that relevant like that, I'm tailored by something a lot more um, strong than something as weak. I believe culture is quite weak, to be honest. I feel like culture complements society in when it doesn't contradict with religious values. But um, so for me, someone like me who's very deep rooted in the Islamic traditions, something like racism is very delicate. It's not delicate. It's very how can I put it? Fragile. It's not something which is going to stay in the heart of anybody who's sincere for long, even if the thought does creep in, because eventually what's going to overpower that is that intrinsic nature that you know that this is wrong. And you're going to get that confirmation when you read scripture, when you visit the religious holy places, etc. And I just want to quickly say, like, I was going to bring scripture at the beginning, but just to make it quick, the the I believe racism is something which is inherently derived from Satan himself. It's something which he loves for mankind to do against each other more than anything else. Why is that? Because Satan, the reason he was thrown out of paradise was because he felt he was better than the human race. So when and that was out of an intrinsic envy and a jealousy against us, against the children of Adam. He saw something in us which he just couldn't hack. Why has God preferred this creature over me? So when he sees us, yeah, his enemy, fighting against each other over something like color, yeah, or features, he loves that more than anything. So I feel like anyone who falls into racist behavior needs to check back, like, wow, who's my real enemy? Is it my brother from Adam, or is it the one who's causing enmity between us? So anyway, that's just what I want to say.
I agree with that.
All right. So we've got Donut, Evids. Respect before you go. I know you're short on time. Did you want to say anything?
Yeah, I think what unknown is saying or Omar saying in theory sounds so beautiful to the ears, doesn't it, everyone? It sounds so nice, like, but what I feel like better than that now is um for us to see this now manifest in the words, manifest in the actions. You know what I'm saying? Right across the Ummah. You know what I'm saying, fam? Because like this is a big issue. Like, and obviously, if it comes from Shaitan, then there's a lot of man moving with Shaitan's mentality, and it needs to be run out and bun out, as far as I'm concerned. And it's not gonna really be run out and bun out if people see, people making racist comments, and it's just easy. They can just apologize, and everyone's over with it. You see the mentality, the way that these lot have reacted to the racism, yeah, isn't something that makes racism an uncomfortable thing. Everyone who's seen Saeed knows that they can be racist, and all they've got to do is go online. They can lie, tell 100 lies, look Shamsi in the face and lie. But when they go online and apologize to unknown's gonna say, "Let's forgive the brother." So, as much as man can say that this is something that is coming from Shaitan, if it comes from Shaitan, then I feel like there has to be a much bigger fight against it. You know what I'm saying? And the main victims of the racism are Black Muslims. You know what I'm saying? So like it's a reality. But then you've got the people that are submissive to it, like Abu Tala. You know what I'm saying? Who will literally just go out of their way. They will make 100 excuses for racism, as long as it's a Muslim. If it's not a Muslim, then they will condemn it. But if it's a Muslim, they will make 100 excuses. Like I said, man could probably kill his best friend, and the first question he's asking is it a Muslim? You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's that mentality, but then you got man like Isa, who clearly you could hear it in his voice. You see in the video, you could hear it in his voice, you could feel it in his aura. You know what I'm saying? These men are not standing for this. Furthermore, these men are looking to run it out of the Ummah. Furthermore, them man will remind man that the Prophet's lineage is black. Man will go that far, yeah? And if you're talking about shaitan, then the people who wrote the hadith saying that anyone who says the Prophet is black should be killed, they must have had a big shaitan in their hearts. You understand? So we've seen that racism goes back far. It goes back into early after the Prophet died. There's man writing hadiths saying that anyone who said that the Prophet was black should be killed, murdered. Yeah? So where did that mentality come from? You know what I'm saying? And why are those hadiths still like? So all I'm saying is, yeah, you've got a historical reality. You've even got a, like, which Kalam has broken down and Esau went into the other day. Like, you can see lineage wise, you can see the woman who breastfed the Prophet. You can see the first martyr. You can see the first place where Muslims were safe was in Africa. You can see first hijras in Africa. You can see, like, in the history, it's clear, innit? It's clear that no man can't diss no Africans and call up Islam because you're just a munafiq of the highest order. But then when we look in those hadiths which say about black people, and then you see the Zand rebellion, yeah, where the racism was so rife that there was a whole rebellion against it. And we look at the Ummah right now. We look at places like Saudi Arabia. We look at Libya. We look at Egypt. We look at these countries, and we look at the mentality of the people and what's actually ruling. Yeah, when we see that, it needs to be opposed. And if people ain't opposing it, then they're slyly with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a saying that says that those who are silenced to injustice are the people that allow it to triumph. You know what I'm saying? So that's my little 2 cents that I'll leave the people with. Thanks for having me today. Yeah, when I get back, I'm gonna do a show. Yeah, big up everyone in the building. Gang.
Peace to you.
You know
Big
what?
up, respect.
Respect. Before you go, though, you know, I don't want to put you on the spot. Now I'm gonna have to put you on the spot real quickly as a joke thing, yeah. So you know what your audience members were saying? They wanted to know who is that whispering though? Who is that whispering though? You don't need to answer it. But who is that whispering though? All right. Yeah. Go ahead, Respect. You're gonna say something. Go ahead, Respect.
No, I'm there, man. They all want to know. You get me? They all want to know. You get me? Let them keep on asking the questions. You get me?
Titan, can I just say, because I need to go in a quick second here while Respect's still on it. And the reason why I think we should be very hard on Saeed about this racist comment is not because we're condemning him for saying it. We're condemning him for his hypocrisy. He's called me a racist so many times, I've lost count. He said I'm part of Combat 18. He's called Steve the Atheist racist. He's called Manny Cinder a racist. He's called Morn Singh from SAS a racist. So this is not about some normal average Joe walking about who was caught saying this word. This is a guy that has been constantly calling everybody else a racist. And I'm sorry, you can't just say sorry like that and expect people to just kind of move on. I think the guy needs to be exposed for the hypocrite he is.
Definitely. Okay, so we're going to tackle that in a little bit. Let me just quickly read out a message from AV2. Anyway, you got a long number of names, but it says here, but Titan CV, want to ask you, Kalam, and your panel, in response to South Asians being racist, how welcoming is the Black community to treating Asians as equals, really, in the UK, say? Okay. To be honest with you, I think that on an economic level, okay, and on a social level, I think Black people kind of treat Asians very highly, to be honest with you. And what I mean by that is, you know, you go into an Asian person's shop, what's good, boss? You're already putting them up on a pedestal. You know, we're as a Black community, generally speaking, when we go to get our food, we're going to the Asian man. When we're going to get our meat, we're going to the Asian man. Like, we're always showing love. Hold on 1 second. We're always showing love to the Asian community in that respect, economically. I'm speaking economically, more than we do to our own African or Afro-Caribbean community, which is quite shocking. I'm just gonna say that it's quite shocking that we do that.
The Asian shops are everywhere though, and
that's what I'm saying. G.
Everything's literally flooded. Asian shops, Asian food, meat, everything. So
just big up Asians, you know, all your corner shops and chicken shops and that.
It's mad, you know.
Everyone called the Asian man boss man. They call the Turks boss man as well. I don't get that. That's
You know,
Trust.
it's all mad when you're buying your yam from an Asian. You're buying your jerk seasoning from an Asian. You know, you're buying your
not about
mutton from an
buying
Asian.
yam from an Asian. You know what I'm saying? They
Man buy cassava.
You know the way it's there, bro. I went and bought some yam today, bro, from an Asian.
That's good, man. Hey, but can I say something though? Like,
I even said assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. But yeah, what can I say something? Yeah, basically, yeah, like I think, yeah, like for myself, yeah, I think, yeah, that racism, yeah, obviously, like I agree with unknown in it, like it comes from shaitan in it. Because obviously Shaitan's trying to like split us span up, like everyone and all that. Like I think, yeah, because see me, yeah, I got black bad. Why you laughing, fam? Nah, I'm joking. Okay, real talk, yeah, like I got many different race of friends in it, like, and
are we
they're
talking
all,
girlfriends or are we talking about just friends in general?
like just friends in it, like not girlfriends, not girlfriends.
Let me bait you up on your zina. Go on.
Nah. No girls in it, no girls, like basically like get me, like basically, yeah, like racism, yeah, it doesn't come from one race or like a specific race. It comes from a specific person in it, like do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, because obviously it comes from the person in it, like, and from the person it comes from Shaitan in it, because Shaitan will put that into that person in it. But what I'm trying to say, yeah, is like obviously, like if someone's being racist, yeah, or whatever, it don't like I think, yeah, like if they're sorry, yeah, that like we have to forgive them in it, because like in like you can't like judge people change in it, you know what I'm saying? Like people sometimes, yeah, people are racist because they're ignorant or they don't know about, like they don't have that much knowledge in it. But then when they do know, like when they get to know and they know, and then they might actually get me, like they might not be racist no more. Like there might be that bare love to like all races, isn't it? Like all like what I'm trying to say, yeah, like I agree with unknown in it. Like it comes from Shaitan in it. And like I hate Shaitan, bruv. Like I swear to God, fam. Oh my days, fam. It gets me vexed, you know. I can hear it in my voice, fam. Now I'm getting vexed, fam. Nah.
But how does Shaitan do that then?
Don't worry about that. Let's not go there. Let's not go there. I know we want to go into some religious debates. Let's not go there, right? Let's just say if we were all outside right now, we would all be picking up some pebbles and dashing it at the Shaitan rock. Yeah,
Just ask Titans how Shaitan does it. By the way, if you need to know, you man.
Hey, Kalam, can I ask a question though, real quick? Is it racism if non-white people blame white people for Said's racism? Because it is kind of derogatory if they say, yeah, Said is a victim of the white people. That's why he's racist. Isn't that racist on itself too?
Yeah, secretly they're saying that the white people, the white devils, they're saying that the white people are the devils because the devil is the originator of the racism. So if the white people gave the racism to Said, then the white people must be the Shaitan.
Who's saying that?
Yeah, that was people saying on. If you go
one comment you saw, I'm pretty sure of it.
No. I today in the chat on I think on Rosbeck's channel, I heard other people say this one. Even Betty said it.
Okay, so let me quickly move on, yeah, and let me ask this question, right? Like somebody has been racist, right? Before they're quick to respond and say, "I'm racist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." I want to know, like, what should we do as a community? Okay, we've got like a speakers corner community, and we've also got this virtual, discussion type community. Whether it's Respect, Raj, Manny Cinder, all of the great people that come online to do shows and so forth. Yeah, we have a community, so to speak. What can we do, all right, as a community? Should we shun these individuals for 30 days? I don't know. Like, what do these people need to do in order for us to allow them to come back into our community? I'm not saying into our good books, but allow them to be a part of us yet again. That's my question. I'm going to put it out there first of all to.
Yeah, can I respond?
Oh, Kelly you haven't responded in a while, right? Yeah. So we go Kelly then unknown. Go ahead.
I'm like the invisible one, right? Well, it's okay. I wanted to say that it's good to come back with solutions, to give not just the question one time, and not like come back like just to skip it and then much later come with the same question. I think is when you have this question, let people give the opportunity to come back with some resources to think what is the solution, um, to get to a conclusion. I think that that's a good option to have a quick answer to your question.
Therefore. All right, Omar, talk to me.
Yeah, so actually, the concept that Titans that you just raised, so let's say before the persons came out and apologized, etc., yeah, is actually an Islamic concept. Um, I'm not too sure how far it goes as to be a common thing that's practiced with the non-Muslim community as well. But let's just say for the sake of argument for now, it's something practiced by both communities. Um, so if somebody was to do that and they are reluctant to apologize quickly, then shunning them is actually an Islamic concept in some cases because what it does is it if you boycott an individual for doing a certain thing, they tend to come to their senses quite quickly and they feel the repercussions of what they've done. Um, and it actually turns out better for them because they end up becoming better people in the sense that they are much more scared in returning to what they've done in the first place. So this is not just with a racist thing, by the way. This could be with anything that's considered like immoral, out of the customs and values of the society. So shunning, boycotting is something I agree with, but only to the extent that it's going to be beneficial to the individual, because this is one thing that needs to be character assessed. A lot of people are not going to take well to being boycotted, and it's going to make them worse because let's say, for example, they're quite sociable people and they're more accustomed to being advised um, to fix themselves, to reform their attitudes and mindsets, whereas other people will benefit from such an action. So character assessment is an important thing. And in the case of somebody who's a public figure, who's doing good works, in a lot of cases, um, yeah, I think that's further to be discussed probably because with them, yeah, it'd have to be another discussion because there's so much more things involved. But like I said, this is all pre-apology. So, as in the purpose of it is to get an apology. So once that's done and dusted, this conversation doesn't need to be had because now it's about a waiting game. It's a waiting game now. Okay, was it sincere? Was it not? How are you gonna find out? You have to wait. You have to wait. And talking about it consistently, persistently, like after the apology, post apology, without getting a reaction from the individual as of yet, is so um it's anti-productive. Like it's just so anti-productive. You're actually encouraging the individual to go against his apology and perhaps like think, do you know what was the point in me apologizing if all it's doing is these guys are going even harder on me? Like
And
I don't
that's when you
know.
know apology
Yeah,
isn't.
I can't lie, yeah. I don't. We're talking about the villain like they're the victim. You know what I'm saying? Oh, how can we if we do this, then they might become more racist again. Fire burn them, red, yeah, red fire for them. We're not really caring about all of that, yeah. Another thing is like the thing about an apology is we live in a society where you can't actually be successful and be openly racist. So in Saeed's the position that Saeed's in, he cannot be Dawa channel and not apologize. It's not allowed. It's impossible. So that's where we I feel like and it's not like he apologized straight away. Like all of the facts had to be revealed. Everything proving him to be a liar had to be revealed before the apology. So okay, let's say that the facts didn't come out, and he came out and he said, "Yo, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't I wasn't reading comments. It was a conversation. You know, these are just some of the views I've got sometimes." Because the thing about Saeed is, remember, if I didn't have that second piece of proof, Saeed would have had a lot of people, like they was doing, calling me a liar. They was calling me a liar. You know what I'm saying? So instead of the person who's done the crime being a liar, I had to come with substantial evidence, as if it was like, you know, for some of our Muslim brothers and sisters, yeah, like Abu Tala, yeah, it's the same as with police brutality. Unless we go to the court with actual video evidence of a police officer punching our lights out and us doing nothing to defend ourselves, they don't believe us. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with some of our Muslim brothers and sisters. And I can't lie, it was mainly the brothers I've seen it. And with Abu Tala on the Go Live show, that's where we saw it, because Abu Tala was defending it until I came with categorical proof that Abu Tala could not go left, neither right, without looking like the biggest pagan on the planet. You know what I'm saying? And that's when he said, "Oh, I can't say nothing about that then." He didn't even condemn it. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like if we're talking about a solution, I feel like one of the best solutions, as much as when they apologize, like one thing I do agree with Omar is time. Yeah. But I feel like if after 3 days we're on a panel with Saeed like Omar, and we're, you know, not making excuses, but we're endorsing him, then that is never gonna teach someone a real lesson. Yeah, that's just going to let someone know that they should cover their sins next time. Next time when you send your racist garb, send it to someone who shows that they're racist to you, or just don't get caught, basically. It's got that sort of philosophy about it. I feel like if they see a genuine thing with at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks of people like not messing with them and letting them do their thing and us actually watching, then that would be much more productive. But just endorsing the person straight away and saying, "Oh yeah, he's apologized, you know, let's not talk about it, let's get over it," you know, if we carry on talking about it, it might make him more racist. Let him get more racist, and Raf will deal with him.
All right. Let me
Right,
pass
Kalam.
my judgment. Let me pass my judgment. I would say this year, this would be my judgment. Somebody like that deserves a 3-month ban from Speaker's Corner. They also need a 3-month ban of live streams. Anybody endorsing or supporting their live streams. They also need to go in for some type of, how can I put it? What's those things? Courses. Race. What's it called? Like the sensitivity courses, or the like racist courses, basically. To
Race relations.
Race relations. There you go. So you could deprogram yourself from all your racist views, and then again, he needs to reinforce that apology without conflating it with any other issues, and then he can be how can I put it? Not say welcomed, but inched back into the community as somebody that we're gonna actually, take any form of media, any form of anything from. That's what I personally say. You don't let me know.
Say none. You see, can I speak? Can I just say something, please?
Hold on.
Okay, you go.
Otherwise, right? It's like any other crime, right? Any other crime. If somebody stole, if somebody, like abused you or done anything to you, right? You're gonna want punishment, right? You need justice to be served, and justice is not served by somebody simply apologizing, right?
Can I just?
You need to make sure. Hold on. Toba, okay, or repentance, literally means to turn back from your ways, right? You can't just simply use mouth service to me and make me think, "Oh, all is forgiven." Nah, B. You need to work for that forgiveness. You need to show me that you are worthy or deserved of being forgiven, not just simply by saying, "Forgive me," and I'm not gonna say, "I'm a good Christian" or "I'm a good Muslim, I forgive you." Nah, B, that's not how it works. You have to go through some type of rites of passage. But go ahead, fam.
Safe. Cool. So basically, like, how come you think like 3 months, like you know how you said 3 months ban and that, yeah? Like, why 3 months? Why not 4 months or 2 months?
I would have said a month initially, right? if he had apologized straight away, but he lied. So I added
Okay.
extra month on top of that.
Okay,
And then
but
he
where
lied
do you get
again,
that?
and
Yeah,
he
but
he swore on the Quran, okay? And I added extra months, right? And then he came out and done a madness. Then I said, okay, let me allow you. Then you came on with some bug apology. Then I allowed you. I gave you like at least 2 months of forgiveness, and I gave you 3 months of punishment.
but why not? Why 3 months? Why not 3 weeks? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, where you getting months from? Where you getting three from? You know what I'm trying to say? And also, yeah, like, cool. That's a rhetorical question. It's cool, innit? But basically, like, I think, yeah, like, I don't know about this 3 month ban thing, innit? Because basically, like, it's kind of like it might like that's like saying, oh, if someone done wrong, yeah, they should go prison, innit? But some people, if they go prison, yeah, it makes them worse, you know, like mentally, they'll come out and it'll be worse for them. It'll make them worse. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I'm not trying to compare the two things, like the two things in it. But what I'm trying to say is that I think, yeah, as humans, yeah, all of us in it, we all make mistakes in it. 100%, we all make mistakes in different ways in it, and I think like we should be forgiven. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, cool. Put that aside now. Yeah, I think the solution, yeah, like I'll be real with you, man, innit? I think the solution to this like racism bullshit, yeah, like because obviously it pisses me off as well, innit? But like I think the solution, yeah, like real talks, yeah, it's all in the Quran, you know, like the Quran, yeah, it says like, well, I'm not an expert in it, you get me, but like I know, yeah, like it eradicates racism, bruv. Like you can't tell me that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like it definitely, 100% eradicates it, bruv. Because like, come on, like all of the, come on, bruv, man. Like, come on, like I'm not. You know what I'm trying to say, innit?
Yeah, Kalam.
That's
Yeah,
a
let
whole.
me talk now, Kalam, man.
Yeah, hold on. I'm
Let
gonna
me
get you
say
that's the
something.
whole re-educational process. Yeah, but for me, real quickly, if you had a shop and somebody stole from your shop, right? You caught them stealing, and then they said, "I'm sorry." Are you gonna let them in the very next day? I doubt it. If somebody came to your house and stole from your mother, and then they get caught,
If they're really sorry, innit? If they're
they get
genuinely
caught.
sorry,
They
you
didn't,
get me?
they didn't even say, "Here you go." Here you go. No, they lied. They lied until you had to show CCTV evidence here that you stole from my house, from my mother. Right? Are you gonna say,
No.
"I accept your apology. You can come back to my house the very next day and jam with me"? Nah, B. It's
Okay.
not gonna happen. So I don't know why we're doing this with racism. That okay, it's all right
No.
as long as I say I'm sorry. But anyway, let me hold your thought. Hold your thought.
Wait,
And
wait, can I
bigger than
finish?
the racism,
Ah.
bigger than the racism, because man condemned like Raj for the thing with the combat 18. But the thing is, as soon as I came at him, he was honest though. You know what I'm saying? And then he stepped back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like bigger than the racism with Saeed, yeah, which is just one element, like calling my mum a nigger. You know what I'm saying? That's just one element of the thing, innit? Like I'd say bigger than that is the constant lies and the vindictive behavior. You know what I'm saying? The constant lies that have been made up over the terms of Speaker's Corner. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be about Manny, whether it be about Raj, even a lot of these troll pages is meant to be attributed to his friend Kasim. You know what I'm saying? So he's like Go Live baited up all the trolls that he sends out there. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is really the big issue with Saeed. I don't think it's just this one racist comment. I think the racist comment highlighted how far he would go to lie, how he would say wallahi, how he would swear on his mum's life, how he would swear on the Quran, how he would look Shamsi in the face and lie, how he would go in a live stream and lie afterwards, and how he would keep the lie up right until there was no possible way that he could tell a lie again without being fully condemned, even by people like Abu Talha. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's the lies. Even like when he said he was gonna get Soko film striked, and that was along the same times when COE got their strikes. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of little stuff that Saeed's done over the time. Obviously now, like I'm saying, like I'm not trying to be onto him. He's apologized. You get me? Like, but I'm not gonna endorse it. Like on something where man's defending him in any way, shape, or form. Where it is now is a thing where we just watch and we see in it. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully he does do better from here. You know what I'm saying? But like that doesn't mean man's gonna erase everything that's happened in the past. Like it's a thing about trust, innit? You know what I'm saying? And if like I said, if a man cheats on a woman or a woman cheats on a man, that like she's not gonna take the apology and just trust him straight away. You know what I'm saying? You have to see that manifest, and I feel like there's a lot of people that are pushing a sentiment of trust before they've seen anything manifest, and I feel like that is a mentality, like I said, that allows racism to exist. That's a mentality that allows liars to exist. This is a mentality that allows hypocrites to exist, and all it tells a liar and a hypocrite to do is be better at covering your sins, be better at it, cover it up better. It doesn't tell them to actually deal with it and get rid of it, and that it's not going to be accepted. What it says is, if you do get caught, yeah, then basically we're all gonna just, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like that's the element. And my main issue, like I said, is the constant lies. I don't like liars. You know what I'm saying? Because talk the truth, even if it's for you or against you.
100. Let me shout out my queen real quickly. Hold on, keep my mic muted because I need to get Shy Soul on, and I'll get you back in a minute, Donut. Let me shout out my queen. How are ya? Salute to you, queen. I apologize. I was supposed to get back to you and let you know what show we're gonna do. But Tuesday I was on Respect show, and then I just done a quick live stream, so it was ad hoc. Allow me. Sorry. Salute. All right. Okay, so Shy Soul, go ahead, King,
Yo.
and then afterwards. Hold on one second.
Yeah,
Just quickly check. Shy Soul, then Donut, and then I'm pretty sure Puntai wants to get in as well. Go ahead.
Okay, right. So we had one of the most disingenuous apologies I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, you got a guy who, he could have dealt with it a lot differently. He could have said to he could have done a live show with just him and Respect and broke it down and just said, what, as Respect said, it's my view. I was heated, whatever, slip of the tongue. So then he's apologized. He says he's not going to do it again. Then he does a live show, and I'm not going to get into the live show because, Unknown was on that live show. So he knows what was said on that live show. Yeah. So that live show just shows in it that, nothing's changed. It's business as usual. All is forgiven by his Muslim brothers. And me personally, as a black man, I think it was disgraceful, and I would never trust an individual like that. That's all I'm really gonna say on the matter. And look at Raj, yeah. Raj's views and his association with Tan is a stigma that is still on Raj now, yeah. And Saeed was one of the main people perpetrating that. So I don't think he should just be forgiven. I think his foot on the neck until he can prove and he can show that that's not his view. You know what I mean? And a proper apology and proper respect, needs to be shown to the black community. That's all I'm gonna say.
Salute to Shy Soul. I like that. Foot on the neck. Love it. All right. Donut, come in, Tree.
Cool, bro. Yeah, basically, I just want to give shout out to everyone first, innit? Like, don't matter what race you're in it, I love you, innit? I love you, like, from my heart, you get me? Anyway, and yeah, it's kind of cold tonight, but what I'm trying to say, yeah, I think, yeah, racism, yeah, a lot of it is pushed out by the media, innit? And a lot of negativity, like, you might not even realize it, but a lot of like comes up on TV, radio, all of that. Like, imagine your children are watching it from young, innit? Like, it will be it could be inbuilt into their brain. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not good. It's disgusting. That I see a lot of racism and stereotyping and stuff like that in the media, innit? Like, when I say media, I'm talking about big media, isn't it? Like BBC, ITV, like them kind of things, isn't it? Obviously, like, racism doesn't just come from there. Well, I'm just saying that media pushes that negativity and stuff like that, innit? Like, what I'm trying to say, yeah, is I hate racism, bruv. Yeah, I hate racism. Yeah, it pisses me off. I'm like, but I have seen racism in all different races, innit? But I also have seen people who have been racist in the past and have changed completely. And I personally see a genuine change in them, innit? So, like, again, innit, all I'm trying to say, yeah, is like racism, yeah, it's just like Unknown said, innit? It's from Shaitan, innit? Fuck Shaitan, bruv. Fuck it, I swear to God, bruv. Oh my days. I hate He's
Yeah,
laughing, fam.
yeah,
He's laughing.
no, we have to laugh because we gotta think to ourselves.
All right, Kalam, can I come in?
Yeah.
Cool. I need a blend, man.
Quick
BRB,
question.
innit?
Quick
BRB.
question. Yeah, quick question. This to everyone.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I wanted to know, when these people get exposed for their filthy, nasty, racist comments, why do they blame Shaitan? Why is it always Shaitan's fault? Because to me, that's just lame and cowardly. Do you know what I mean? If you've been exposed for what you are, at least be like, listen, yeah, this is the views that I've got. I've been brought up like this, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you've had bad experiences with, I don't know, Africans, or that's the views that you hold. But for you to blame Shaitan, I think that's very weak. And I don't know if there's a link, or if there's a hadith or something that I don't know about. If I don't know if anyone on the panel can educate me, that would be great, because like this is not the first time I've heard Shaitan being blamed.
Now, basically, I think the concept is Shaitan was the first racist in it, because he was the first one to show that sort of sentiment. Yeah, so it's the spirit of Shaitan that they're talking about. But I do think that there's some concepts that are used in a way to escape from responsibility.
Yeah, because to me, it seems like a deflection, to be honest. It just seems like, and another thing as well, it seems like it's something they're doing out of like anxiety or something. It's a thing where it's like they're trying to find a common ground with you and sort of like damage control and be like, no, man, we're brothers, man. Why would I have them kind of views? Like that's the sort of views that Shaitan will have. Do you get what I'm saying? So I just think it's cowardly, man. And earlier when I said South Asians, I did say from my experience. I didn't make a sweeping statement about all South Asians, because obviously that would be stupid. It's like that's like, yeah, I don't know, like a billion people or something. But this is just from my experience. And in terms of a solution, Saeed's peoples need to also be scrutinized, because birds of a feather flock together. So if their man are giving dawah in the park, then that's a cause for concern, because you're gonna have what I mean, the wrong brothers falling into falling into a trap. So yeah.
Well, one of the main reasons why I was kind of silent about it from the beginning is because I wanted to see how people reacted towards it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, fam?
Yeah.
I wanted to see who would endorse. I tried to be as silent as I possibly could. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think you handled that well. Still.
I feel like on his live show, that's where I got to see a lot. You know what I'm saying? I got to see a lot, man. Because and shout out brother Liban. Cause that's a Muslim brother. He's not having none of it from nobody, and he's sticking it on man as well. You know, like that. Because that's what, man. That's what's needed. You know what I'm saying? We just need people to be 100% real.
Yeah,
you know
and I think it's important to not react like sort of like physically, or sort of, do you know what I mean? Like sort of act out of character, or act out of emotion, because I think that's just gonna sort of like that's gonna support their narrative about Africans and how we're aggressive and blah blah blah. So I think everyone should just. So that's why I respect the way you handled it. Do you know what I mean? You didn't.
Yeah. That's why I had to calm down, brothers. You know what I'm saying?
You kept
what,
it
brother?
real calm and
I ain't
sweet.
gonna lie. If there was more brothers that were of a certain irk with, man, I wouldn't even have confronted him. Yeah. Even certain man being there, I didn't want to confront him. I didn't even want certain man to be there. If I keep it 100. Yeah. And I had to speak to certain man beforehand and show them the thing, just so it wasn't a shock and they didn't react out of shock, and they were still reacting. You understand? Beating up the thing, my brother, it's my general. You get me? Big up rap every time.
It's a difficult one to deal with.
But obviously, like that's so real. Like, man, like for me, fam, I'd already had time to process and internalize it. And I know this is how certain people feel, brother. I'm not a big friend with none of them, fam. You get me? Like, I'm not a big friend. Like, I just like people that are genuinely, like, if there's Asian people that are genuinely on this love thing, that's the only people that man's messing with. I'm not trying to mess with people that have these thoughts and then man's trying to teach them not to have these thoughts, and that's long, fam. How are you going to teach a human being to be a human being? How are you going to teach a human being to have love for humanity? That's their own journey.
What gets me the most is the hypocrisy, because like you can't be reading verses from the Quran and you hold those sorts of views. Like, to me, it doesn't. That's like the biggest contradiction. It don't make no sense to me. Do you know what I mean?
Hold tight real quickly, family. You know what was very interesting as well? When the brother was trying to wiggle out of it, right? He kind of tried. He tried to put every single body underneath the bus. Did you catch the bar that he said, right? That he was reading a message because a lot of people from the Bangladesh.
Yeah, I was going to mention that now.
These racist comments. So you have to understand, right? Like it's not just how can I put it? In isolation with Saeed, right? He is surrounded by racist individuals, right? Surrounded with racist individuals that's feeding him this narrative, and he is socially it's a normative for him. Like he found it no way, like no problem saying it. Sometimes you hide to say some things, right? He just done it so blasé and blatant, right? I believe it was via a voice note to somebody else. That's how comfortable he is in doing something like that. And I don't mean
sorry to cut you. Sorry to cut you. What was his excuse again? What was his excuse?
But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. It shows how good he is at lying. That's what I don't think people understand, fam. Like the way he came up with lies on the spot, yeah, like it was too sick. I had to rate him a little bit, like not rate the lying, but like rate the way his brain was able to make these things so quickly. Like for example, the first thing he did is he said, "What's the context?" And he tried to actually convince me that there was some context to calling me son of a nigger. That was the first thing. That was like strike one. He actually tried to convince me. And if I was an idiot, my people, and if I wasn't an intelligent person, he would have convinced me that there was a context. And I would have said, "Oh, I'm sorry, Saeed. This is what would have happened if he had his own way." You know what I'm saying? And I said, 1 minute, but you're saying I made your cousin a moderator. So I already knew he wasn't reading a comment. Just from the context, without the other proof, anyone with 2 brain cells in their head, just 2. All you need is 2 brain cells. They would have known, that he was not reading any comment. Yeah, that's the first thing. Anyone with they just need 2 brain cells, just 2 full brain cells. Yeah, and they would have known he was not reading a comment. And then he went on to, as was just pointed out, once it was fully stated that there was no context to saying something like that. Yeah, he created a next lie because he bought time with the context lie. You know what I'm saying? To think of something else. And he said, I was reading comments. And then he did not only just say he was reading comments, he started to create the story of what comments he was reading. Yeah? This is how far he went. This ain't no normal lying, family. This is an evolved form of lying that was being operated at this moment in time. You know what I'm saying? So he started to convince me, and he believes his own lie, because the thing about Saeed is he's very believable. This is the most dangerous thing about him. It's not like he's not believable. And
can I say something after respect?
Yeah. He started to convince us of the conversation. Then he started to say, and he started to explain it to Shamsi. He started to tell Shamsi that there's certain brothers who have certain thoughts, and they write in the comments. Now, first, for him to say that someone's going to comment on his live show in Bengali language, I don't think I've ever seen anyone comment on a live show in Bengali language. That's the first thing. But if he's going to say that someone commented on his live show in Bengali language and said blatantly racist statements, and they was not removed, that is a whole next thing. So it's already, anyone with 2 brain cells would already seen that he's lying, but you had people defending him right up until here. You know what I'm saying? And then when he started to break down that there's certain brothers that have certain mentalities, and he's saying he was reading these Bengali comments. So he's created a whole reality, And like I said, if we didn't have the extra piece of proof, up until now, he may still be making me out to be a liar. And I feel like that is the very dangerous thing. And this isn't just about Saeed. This is just about people who are pathological liars. One thing I've got to say is talk the truth when it's for you or against you. Even Shamsi, when I was having a reasoning with him, he said that somebody created a lie about Sarah. Shamsi does not like Sarah. Shamsi does not respect Sarah. You understand? They have completely polarizing ideological beliefs, But Shamsi can be honest and say that Sarah did not say dirty fucking Muslim. And Shamsi can be honest and condemn the Muslims that created that lie. You understand? So I feel like that's the main thing. Like we gotta condemn liars no matter who they are or where they are.
Facts. All right, family. I'm gonna get Brother Raj in a hot second. Let me just make sure that you guys have been dropping, and if you know, haven't been dropping no Titans TV, no Super Chat, nothing like that. Come on, man. You lot ain't rating me, man. Tag Titans TV or something so I can get your comments read out. Okay. Oh, sorry, Saeed. All right. I've seen. Okay, you are actually tagging me. I just had to scroll far enough up. Quick excuse, no self-awareness in the matter. Talking shaitan is the easy road to blame of themselves. Okay, so remember just to tag me, right? I'm actually going to be interrupting people. The two easiest ways to get my attention, right, is by tagging Titans TV or dropping a super chat, and it highlights it for me. Okay, these are the two easiest ways, and I'll try my very best. Even if somebody's talking, I'll try to interrupt it as soon as possible to get your views out there. But again, guys, you know I'm not respecting me. You know, don't even show me no love. I beg of you guys, yeah? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Show us some thumbs up. Let us know that you're actually enjoying the show. You're enjoying the conversation. You're enjoying the content so far, man. Respect has been just dropping some fire. And actually, truth be told, can you, if you guys, you love of respect, yeah, drop up some fire ones. Respect. Tell them to drop some fire ones in the comment section. I beg. Where you at, Respect?
Yeah, there, man. Big up the fire ones. Yeah, drop some fire ones. Drop some fire ones. Or some wavy ones for content. You get me?
Peace.
Yeah. Drop some fire ones. You don't know we're blazing the fire on racist and liars. You get me? Fire ones. Big up the fire ones every time. Big up Lexi. Big up Kibo. Big up Mobile. You get me? Big up all of them. Cause there's too many fire ones to mention still.
Trust me. All right. Somebody says here, Time TV, you don't read comments out. You gotta earn that jizya. Yeah, buddy. Combat Saeed says Ricky Millwall. Hawaya says respect to the whole panel. Come on, Titans. Surfaz says, please, can I come on the chat? I'm not too sure. There is the link has been posted out, I believe. Let me post out the link again. I will post it out again, but I'm not too sure. I don't know if everybody's filled up. Uncle Omar calling respect to Kafir again. Says Rainbow Dunya. Double check. Hold on 1 second, family. 1 second. Big up Kalam says toxic headshot. Fire ones is going crazy right now. Yeah. Salute to everybody. Mobile says, do you think Saeed's comments are an isolated incident, or does he have inherently racist views? I think it's just culturally acquired racist views. Will you and Respect shake his hand and say hi if you see him in the park? Ooh. Love to see brothers like Respect and Kalam on the panel. Yeah, buddy. Shia Sharpshooter says Saeed should be placed in the middle of Speaker's corner and give him 50 lashing. Oh, sure. You lot going in, you know. God damn. Sure, I just done a mad thing. All right, let me go back. Sorry, family, I can't read out all your comments right now. Yeah, let me get back in. Let's get Raj in. Who wants to go next? Just quickly mute your mic and unmute your mic a couple of times so I know who's next.
Yeah, what's the topic though? What's going on?
All right. We're just continuing the conversation, but keep your mic muted. Raj, go ahead. Before Raj comes on, actually, since Raj is taking a little while, let me do this real quickly. Yeah, let me do this. Let me say this. You muted Raj's voice? No, I didn't.
No. You can hear me?
Yeah. No, hold on 1 second. Let me quickly say this. Yeah, you see, when it comes to Islam, yeah, man, like Ibn Sirin said, yeah, this knowledge is a matter of deen. So be careful who you're taking your deen from, right? So be careful who you're taking your deen from, right? You need to know ilmul rijal, okay, the science of men. Y'all need to know, is brother Saeed Sadiq? Is he thabit? Is he trustworthy? Is he reliable? What is his views? Is he upon bidah? What is his views? Let us know, family. Yeah, if he's not upon truth, if he's not upon hack, right? You gotta let him go. You gotta let him go, baby. You gotta let him go. And I'm talking about the dais as well, right? If you understand that your brother has got this taint on him at present, right? You gotta let him go, because you know what? You're gonna be guilty by association. All right. It's a sad, sad world that we live in, and I'm guaranteeing you're going to be guilty by association. That's just the way the world works, you know. So just be careful, family, who you're taking your religion from. Hopefully, my brother Saeed could bounce back again. I already said, yeah, I don't have nothing against Saeed as such. He's alright. He's a pleasant individual. You know, sometimes I see him going on a mad ones. I'm like, that's not the type of behavior that I endorse. But you know, people are people. So hopefully the brother Saeed will bounce back. But first, he needs to prove himself to the community, in my humble opinion, right? Because we're out here, we're not supporting, we're not promoting, we're not tolerating any form of racism. Let's get it. Raj, go ahead, King.
All right.
Yo.
So
Yo, Raj.
yeah.
I gotta leave. Yeah, I'm gonna be listening in anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say bless up to everyone, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Titan for having man on air. Big up everyone on the panel, especially my brother Uchia. Shout out all the fire ones: Uchia, J Dub, Mad Dog, Hawaii, Sue Brown, Pooh Life, Lexi, Ultra Funky, Fernandez. Watching me, watching you, man. Like Chemo, Ivine Love, Clip 5. Yeah, shout out everyone. Nuapian Sniper in the building. Are you mad? Yeah, Mobile and all of the massive out there. Yeah, and I just wanna finish by saying that you see when the truth represents itself, all falsehood perishes. You know what I'm saying? So anyone that's anyone that's on like spreading lies and deceit and slander, it will always come out, man. Like what was hidden in the darkness will always come to light. You know what I'm saying? There's three things that never stay hidden along: the sun, the moon, and the truth. You know what I'm saying? So that's some wisdom from all over the globe. That's just keeps on emanating the spirit of truth. And if we say that we're part of any religion and any faith, then truth, hack, is meant to be at the core of that. And anyone that's not with truth, and not just their religious truth, but truth in general as well, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people that can't hack the hack.
Oh man. All right. Real quickly though, before you come on, let me just quickly shout out my super chatters, right? Because they've been going in right about now. We've got I am says time is money. We appreciate the discussion, my brother. One love to the brother, respect, and the entire panel. Okay. We've got another one as well. Mobile is starting the Jizya Wars. He says, share the Jizya and the hack. All right. Fire on them. Jeez. Go on to Mobile. All right. So that's it real quickly. I've been waiting for Middlesex Omar to pass through, you know. I've been holding my mouth, you know. I've been waiting to call you out, you know. Salute to my king. What's good? Yeah, man, like Omar. Oh, man. You know. My G. Anyways, go ahead, Raj.
Yeah, so I agree with respect. He's a pathological liar. And I'm going to give you just a recent example of the police meeting I had with, you know, when you was at the police station, Kalam, and you lot left. I stayed behind after the meeting with Saeed, and we were forced to stop our beef, and we were both told we will be banned from Speaker's Corner if we start beefing and bring it into Speaker's Corner. But when he left, he broke our truce within 10 minutes. And he did a live stream, literally lying about the meeting and saying that I was the only one told I would be banned. And so he lies and he breaks truces. So I cannot trust the man that after 10 minutes of going to the police station, that he cannot stick by his word. On top of that, he recorded that particular meeting as well. So before he says that Saeeda records everything and it's out of order, why did you record a police meeting, Saeed? Because you're complaining that people are recording you, you recorded the police meeting. I want to say that before everyone starts thinking I'm being very hard, let me tell you that most of my issues with these trolls who are giving out my address, telling people to contact my local temple, going for my mum, are all connected to Saeed. And yes, I've said that. Yeah, they are all connected to Saeed. So Saeed, when you say that they're not connected to you, I know they are. The fake Sarah account is connected to you. Hate Speakers Corner is connected to you, who done the thing about my mum, and other people putting on my address. Even right now, my address is on one of his live streams by the fake Sarah twice, and he still hasn't had the decency to take it down. So I don't want people to start giving this guy too much of an easy time, because if a man's going around calling me a racist for the last year, and then we found out evidence that he is more racist than anybody else, that man should be hung out to dry. And a simple apology on a live stream shouldn't cut it. So before everyone thinks we're being tough with him, no, he needs a boot on the neck. Yeah, that's not me being obviously metaphorically, and he needs to know that it's not going to be as easy as groveling for 2 minutes and everyone's going to go by and say cool like the Muslim community is. At the end of the day, Saeed is OSS Dawa, or what I call OKK Dawa now, and he has a responsibility because he's doing Dawa to be held up to a higher standard than just your average Joe. So I'm going to jump off now, Titans. Have a good show, and thanks for letting me on, man.
Salute, salute, salute. All right. Love for the brother Raj. You know what my good brother Rainbow Dunya says? He says, Go Live has to give 50 lashes to Saeed in Speaker's Corner. Oh, man. When Sharia goes right.
Hey, but
All right.
Kalam, can I ask you something really quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Earlier, someone asked you, what would you do if Saeed, if you saw him on Sunday in Speaker's Corner and he would come to you, shake your hand, etc.? What would you do then?
See, me personally, right? I'm easy, right? So I would shake. I know this is gonna sound mad to everybody, but I would shake Saeed's hand. I don't really have any mad animosity towards Saeed. I'll call up Saeed even now or tomorrow. It's not even a problem. I really like secretly, okay, like what was that program that taught me this, right? I trust you, but I just don't trust the devil inside of you. And every single one of us has a devil inside of us. So I really know this about a lot of people, that they have this particular devil inside of them. And I've been shaking their hands, prior to things like this coming out, and me knowing this already. Okay. Remember when I played that video and I showed you guys that Saeed and Kasim and all those ones there were playing prank videos, right? Prank videos, calling up Christians and somebody saying the N word, right? And they're there in a stream. So I already know this is the type of views that they hold and have, and do this in the confinements of their own, not realizing that other people are tuned into it and pre in it. So it's nothing new to me. So yeah, I would shake Saeed's hand. It's just the same thing, same person, same thing.
Yeah, I think if Saeed would just be respectful to everybody and lay back a little bit, it will blow over anyway, So, yeah.
All right. So yeah, we got Nuwapian Sniper up in the building. Oh, sugar man, like Maku Rahu Bat Senna. What's good? Hotep Illa and Took. Where's my brother Nuwapian Sniper? I can't hear you, G, if you're talking. All right, let me go to somebody else until his mic is sorted out. So Shai Sul, go ahead, King.
Yo, G, I'm getting off in a minute. Like I said, like everyone said, innit? Personally, I just need to see some sincerity from the brother. And I don't see any sincerity because, like you said, people are saying it's Shaitan. He's saying it's someone else's fault. It's this person's fault. Was that person's fault? You know what I mean? Like, why couldn't he just turn around and say, you know what, I'm gonna own this, and that's why there's no sincerity in the man's voice. There's also no sincerity in his actions. But peace to the panel and a good discussion, and hopefully you Muslim brothers can let my man know in it, like that action can't be tolerated in it. And yeah, that's what I want to say. Peace out.
Definitely. Peace and love, King. Peace and love.
Peace.
Man, like Ultra Funky is up in the building with Wee. What is good, Ultra?
Well, can you hear me now, Kalam?
Yo, sorry, Kalam. Yeah, big up.
Oh, yeah. We say now, Ultra. Big up,
I'm not
Saeed.
gonna lie. I just wanted to say, yeah, Saeed is a nasty sack of cat's vomit. Anyone supporting him is a nasty sack of cat's vomit. Apologizing is dead. The man's only apologizing because he got caught. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. He ain't upset that what he said caused distress and was disgusting behavior. No, he's upset that he got snatched. Yeah, so he can do one. Simples. And with that, I'm out.
Jeez. Ultra funky. He came in, dropped the bomb, and just kept it moving. Everybody's just gonna be fuming. Oh man. All right. Maku, talk to us, King. We're gonna get Maku.
Right. It's been a mad one this weekend. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. But I personally feel sorry for Saeed. I mean, he's got a track record of doing such things. I mean, if you can think back to when we ran Zachariah out of the park, yeah, our attentions quickly turned to Saeed, and he confessed to knowing certain trolls and lying on the G circle with Ali Dawar, and you know, he did it out of anger and all of those type of things. So all was forgiven up until a certain point, and now he's just expressed more of the same type of behavior. And for me, it's systemic in some of my Asian brothers' culture. It's nothing to do with the religion. It's more to do with their culture and how some of them are raised. You get what I'm saying? They have an inherent, not hate, but you know, it's just taught like some Europeans teach their children how to be, you know, prejudiced towards black people. So you know, if it's in your culture, you know, there's not much you can really do about it. You just have to learn how to be more, I don't know, conservative is the word. Yeah. But I mean, the other thing was for me personally, swearing on the Quran was a big no-no. Suffer laughed at that. And he paid his comeuppance instantaneously. His legs gave way before the end of the evening. And me and Ali Jihad had to carry him off into the sunset to go and fix his legs somewhere. So, you know, there's something to be said about swearing on these holy books.
What I'm gonna say, yeah, if that doesn't prove the existence of Allah and yeah,
no, it does prove the existence of a curse of some sort, or some recompense to pay if you choose to swear on these books.
Jeez, that was some serious juju, bro.
Or simply low IQ.
All right. Let me get sorry, let me mute you out. Let me get the Black Select involved. I pray and I hope, yeah, it's our good Shia brother Isa, the intellectual Muslim.
Assalamu alaikum to the panel, the viewers and everybody. Alhamdulillah. Our brothers putting this show on to speak about this matter. Can you all hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, brother.
Blessed. Right. So it's Isa, the great black intellectual Muslim. So, Brother Kalam, before I forget, I would like to draw your attention to what you mentioned, right? So when I turned this on, you was talking direct about something which I thought was so important. And that was where he was throwing the rest of the Bengalis under the bus, right? Where he said, oh, this basically is something Bengalis say. Do you get me? So it's like how they talk, you know what I mean? So therefore, this guy now, he been caught out. He's saying, look, this is what Bengalis do. And I've been saying this is a general thing that they do, and we need to be aware of it and call them to account before they end up getting caught doing it here, there, or they say accidentally in front of us or whatever happens. We need to deal with it at the forefront and go to them and say that, you know, like I asked some of the Somali them, how do Somalis generally see us? Because they might have the same views. I saw something where there was a video and this Afro-Caribbean youth must have hit a Somali youth, bullying a Somali youth. If you see the comments from the Somalis in the thread of this thing. So I'm saying, you know what I mean? What are they really about? We have to stop pretending that just because they show us this kindish face in English, that they didn't got this hatred for us in their own language. You get what I'm saying? So if you can, please, Kalam, you know, put that to the forefront and let's deal with that issue.
All right. Whoever wants to bite it can bite it.
Yeah, I can deal with that. Go ahead. Yeah. So about the Somali comment, I've heard this statement quite a few times, by the way. But yeah, in regards to that, I would say, yeah, there are some Somalis that hold you can't even call it anti-black, but it's like what's the word? Like maybe like anti-Bantu views or something along those lines. But
Sorry.
but they generally come from like a particular region of Somalia, and it is a minority. Okay. And the thing is that yeah, like a lot of them have been brainwashed and sort of programmed to like sort of hold those views. But vast majority of Somalis are proud Africans, like very proud Africans. But we definitely do make a distinction between being African and being black, though. That's something that, like, I'll say straight. Do you know what I mean? Like, you hardly see Somalis say that they're black. They'll say that they're African because obviously the term black is associated with slavery and whatnot. And obviously Somalis never went through that. But yeah, that's about it, really.
All right, can I ask you something, please, brother?
Yeah.
Do you agree that Nigerians and Ghanaians,
yeah,
Congolese, etc., are also Africans?
Yeah, of course.
Have you noticed they don't have a problem being called black?
I ain't got a clue, bruv. If that's the case, then you know what I mean. Like that's their prerogative. But personally, I don't believe we should accept that term, because if you know the history of the term black, you know, why would you want to associate yourself with that? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
you could say the same for the word Africa, brother. Much even worse, in fact.
What? In what sense? In what sense?
Okay, so what we call Africa and the borderlines and where it begins and ends, for instance, it doesn't include what we would call the Middle East. That there was basically drawn up in the mindset of Europeans. And then we have the boundaries and borders of the countries in what's called Africa itself, which again was drawn up in the mindset of the Europeans for the sole purpose of conquest and using the land and its people for their own purposes. So, you know, that it's part of the label is part of their thinking. Yeah, part of their plan, part of their process.
Yeah, so then it's all wishy-washy then. What label are we meant to use? We might as well
that wasn't the conversation. That wasn't the conversation.
Yeah, that is the conversation, because
no. You mentioned the word black. You mentioned the word black.
Yeah.
And how the history of that word. So I gave you the history of the word Africa, a basic history of the word Africa.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you is, in either cases, the difference is the word black, you can go to almost every language and you'll find that word because it's scientific. It's based upon your sensory system. The word Africa, however, when I say the word black, obviously not the word black, but the translation of what we're talking about, a so-called color, etc. But the word Africa is not found in every language.
In what language is Africa not found?
Pardon?
In what language is Africa not found?
Well, it's English. It's an English word. That's it.
No,
In other words,
the word Africa is found in nearly every language. You can translate it in any.
No. But what would you translate it to? What would you translate it to?
What do you mean? It would be Africa in their language.
No, it would still. Listen to what I'm saying. The word black in Arabic is aswad.
Yeah.
Do you understand? It's not the same word, but it refers to the same thing. Yes? The word Africa remains an English word regardless. Yes? So whatever language someone says it in, that's what it is. It's still an English word.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, like, all right, so what's the distinction between Africa or African and black? You're telling me there's no difference?
No, I'm saying there is a difference. I'm referring to what you said about Somali.
Yeah, because when I refer to Africa, when Somalis refer to Africa, it's the landmass. Do you get what I'm saying?
Understand. I understand that. What I'm saying is, when Nigerians, Ghanaians, and Congolese, etc., Sierra Leone brothers refer to themselves as African, they also refer into the landmass and their culture and their tribal heritage, etc. What I'm saying is, there's clearly, because I think it was you that was basically trying to say that it was a minority group of Somalis that had an anti-Bantu perspective. And I'm saying, I have never seen it to be a minority. In fact,
how many Somalis have you come across?
A hell of a lot. And I was gonna say the elders. Let me finish, bro. I'm saying the elder Somalis. There's one particular brother I used to spend a lot of time with, and he was, he used to tell us the stories about he was kind of a communist and how he used to be on a tank with his machine gun and all of that, and joke, and he thought he was a big man soldier and stuff. And you know, like most of the elders, they talk when they've studied a lot, they talk about their own people in a bad way. So, for instance, an elder Afro-Caribbean would say my people are rubbish. A Nigerian, the same thing. So this Somali elder used to say my Somali people are this and that. They don't even agree. They're like black people. They look down on you. So it's that kind of thing. But he is as a proud black man, a Somali who's educated on the history of what other people have done to us collectively. He aligns himself to the rest of the black people. But he made it clear that a lot of Somalis do not. And I'm saying that's clear wherever you go, that there is a large majority.
I'm saying it's not a lot. I'm saying it's not a lot.
It's not a lot. I'm Somali. I can attest to that. I'm a Somali brother.
This is
and we class ourselves as black people. I think you're talking about the small minority of people.
As far as
listen, brother, listen. And
Brother, it's not the classification. It's the what do you call it? Jarar? How do you refer to the hair?
Jarar.
Right. How do you say it?
Jarar.
Right. Now, this Somali brother 2 weeks ago tried to pretend that this wasn't a derogatory term to refer to black people. When Somali clearly know it to be so. But, I mean, it's up to you. We can, inshallah, we can get into that discussion again, and we can.
It's a description. We as black people, we have Jarar hair. We have thick hair, and the others we call them timijila. Timijila is soft kind of flowing hair. You see me?
Yeah, these are just descriptions, man. These are just descriptions.
I'm getting back to
the N-word. It's just a description that came from the word that means black or something or deaf or whatever.
I think those we speak about in a derogatory term are the Bantu tribes that in the south of Somalia, the Jarar, the Gonshi, and the Mashugulis. They are the small minority, the Bantu tribes, and that's who, even though I disagree, that's who we are kind of derogatory, and we speak bad about them, the way they dress.
That's my point.
Yeah, I know, but that's something that we disagree with. That happens with something that we disagree with. You feel me? It's not something that we promote or something. We disagree with that. We speak bad about that. So, however, you trying to generalize us Somalis, saying that we don't class ourselves as black or Africans. You can't do that, man.
No, but you know what it is, though. You know what it is? I don't know. Either way, it goes both ways, innit? Because a lot of Caribbeans don't see Somalis as being black. So do you know what I mean? It works both.
No.
And the thing is that
that's not the point. That's what I'm saying. You're making up a new argument again. What the conversation was. For instance, Afro-Caribbeans don't have another language. They don't have a history.
The thing is, I find funny as well.
Yeah.
Somalis like our blackness is questioned, but when it comes to Ethiopians, their blackness ain't questioned. What's that?
They call it
why?
Yeah, why is that?
Okay, in general, just the term Ethiopia throughout the Caribbean, especially for those in their 40s and 50s, would have the sense of revolution where it comes to the Rasta situation. So obviously, the Rasta man was in the Afro-Caribbean, the one who carried the black identity, while the sellouts, you can say, who were Christian, were cursing and siding with the white ideology against the black Rasta man who was pointing towards Ethiopia. Do you see what I'm saying? So most people probably in the Caribbean never heard of Somalia back then, 40 years ago, but they would have heard of Ethiopia. Do you see? As being a black land with black people. I'm just saying. So when it comes to the Somalis, they would have met them face to face in school, in a park, shopping, whatever it is, it would have been face to face. So it's more of, if you speak, oh, you're Ethiopian. Okay, you're black, you're African. A Somali, you look kind of similar, but still different. And it's, I mean, whatever it is, my whole point was that the two language.
Somalis and Ethiopian, they weren't made no difference. I'm Ethiopian, just to tell you, but there was no difference, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to mention.
Hold on. There's no difference in what? Sorry.
In the way that the Caribbeans were saying it. So they wouldn't even know the difference between the Somali and Ethiopian.
No. This is what I'm saying. A brother mentioned the Ethiopian. So I'm saying, because unless you're known, like if somebody.
I'm talking about today. I'm not talking about today, but obviously if you are talking about back then, yeah, the brother's right. Like, how would they have known the difference?
Right. Listen, I'll tell you. What I'm saying is, even if they're looking, well, I can more or less tell the difference sometimes. I can, Somalis generally kind of, a lot of them stand out clearly from Ethiopians.
Not necessarily.
Do you know what I mean? So
I would say that.
I'm saying there is a general, bruv, there are certain traits, whatever. I mean, maybe someone should identify exactly the dimensions of what it is, of the facial features, right? Of what it is. No, because there's something you could tell. They're Somali and they're possibly Somali or Ethiopian or Eritrean. There's one where you could say they're either one of them, but then there's one which is they're Somali. Do you get what I'm saying? There's certain features which you just see really they're Somali.
Yeah, that's true.
So what I'm saying, all I'm saying is this, is that coming back to the main point, and I didn't want to make it a Somali thing, so I'm sorry if and again, I don't want to offend my Somali people. I'm just saying I like us to meet whoever it is on the truth. So for instance, if there are Somalis, which there are, who come to Speaker's Corner and they're like, listen, we're not black and we're not like you, as they've told me, we're not same, phenotypically, right? So we're not really the same people. I've got no problem with that. And then if they see us as inferior, again, I've got no problem with that. But don't pretend you don't. That's all. And the same I'm saying with the Bangladeshis and so on, and Pakistanis. Obviously, they have this thing going back thousands of years in Hinduism, but they've grown up with it being more in their language, and in English, they edit that stuff out. Do you get what I'm saying? So if you check this guy that was talking to the Saida, he was speaking in Bengali and English. Do you understand? So I'm saying and he said it's their habit. It's what they do normally. So my point is, all these good Bangladeshis, why are they not making that a something that they're telling black people, and saying, you know what, this is a thing that we have majorly, right? And we need either they need to sort it out or just warn us and let us know this is how they see you. Because imagine, I don't know if you lot saw, I'm talking for a bit. I don't know if you lot saw that Isa, the Salafi Isa, right, came and spoke about how he was friends with Saeed. There's a video of me, Kalam, and Isa, right, talking, and Saeed tries to come in to film it. Me and Kalam tell Saeed, no, go away. And I call Saeed like a kafir devil or something to go away, right? So Isa now comes in to defend him, right? And I said he's an anti-black kafir devil, something like that. And Isa say, no, he ain't racist. He's my brethren, blah, blah, blah. So when I see Isa now saying this thing, I wish I was there so I could say, what were you saying about him? What were you saying? You get what? Because I'm saying I could see it a mile off, right? So if Saeed, as he's doing, is throwing the rest under the bus, that's saying this is normal for them, then what has this guy been on for all of this time? What I'm saying is, he's there, got Isa in his car, he's videoing him, but his point is that we're inferior and he's going to use us for his agenda. You understand? So you get me? If this is the common mentality of these people, how should we deal with these people? Do you see what I'm saying?
I think that's a wrong use of terminology. Common mentality. I think is a small specific group. I want to generalize the Bangladeshis as a racist group. Would you say they're racist in their nature? Why they grow up, they're being taught to hate the black man? What would you say about that? Would you say, why would you say
anti-black? This is the thing. The reason why I can say it is not just because of experience and knowledge, as in through what I've heard from other people. Their history comes with this thing. Over 2,000 years, they've had this Hindu caste system where the darker you are, the more inferior.
I would slightly agree as well about the Bengalis being a bit racist. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So as the white man. The white man got a weird history of torturing, castrating the black man. Would you generalize, say the white man is racist, and then you say the Bangladeshi is racist? It's an ongoing list. You can't just say it.
No. Bruv, the white man, as you call it, being...
Hold on. Just to let you guys know, because it's late o'clock, right? I was supposed to tell you guys like a good 15 minutes ago that we're only meant to be going until 1:30, right? But since we've gone past that, I'm going to try to extend it for another 10 minutes, right? For another 10 minutes, okay? And then we're going to shut down the show, okay? Another 10 minutes, then we're going to shut down the show. Just bear in mind. So when you see me drop out, count 5 minutes from me dropping out, and the show will end roughly at that time. It's been an absolute ball with you guys. Like, we've been having some great fun. Enjoyable conversation. We've learned a lot. Everybody got to express their views. Salute to the panel members. Salute also to the audience members who's been going in and really telling us what's what as well. But we're going to be closing on the show in 10 more minutes. I'm going to let it continue, but I'll be gone soon. Family, I'll see you guys on the other side. Continue the show.
Blessed, blessed, blessed.
Yeah, Kalam.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I was just saying what I said, Reese. I just want you to reply on that. Carl, if you're saying the Bangladeshis, they are racist in the way they speak or the way they think about the black person in their country or in the back of their mind, we use that same criteria they're using against the Bangladeshis against the white man as well. And a lot of the groups that have done the same thing to the black people in their history. You can't use history against that.
Let me respond to that. Number one, white people generally, if you check their history, they generally didn't have a system within their own country that had black people in that class system based upon race. They didn't have that. They majorly exported it, or when they did teach them, let's say 500-600 years ago, it was mainly for economics, right? These lot have had it for over 2,000 years as part of their religious practice and the structure of society based upon your work, based upon, basically your career, so to speak. Your authority was based upon your complexion and your caste. You understand?
Okay.
So I'm saying it's hold on, let me say this last bit. It's continued in their language. And language is the carrier of culture, bro. You get me?
So you're saying, religiously speaking, they what's it called? They insulted all the black man. But would you say the white man also came with a Bible to our countries, African countries, with a Bible in their right hand, with a sword in their left hand, and they stripped our language away from us, taught us this native language, this English language, with the Bible in the hand. So when you say they use the Bible against our people, would you say that?
Well, you can, but I'm saying there's nothing inherent in the Bible that sets up this racial thing. Like they've picked out, for instance, the cursed seed of Ham, where you have Prophet Noah alayhi salam's three sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth, and then they've given their spin and interpretation. But it wasn't like it doesn't go back 2,000 years, and it's they have this kind of this confused racism that they have right now. It can, and because, for instance, they speak English, right? We speak English, so we generally sort of see what they're saying. But I'm saying with a Bangladeshi and a Pakistani, they're racist by normality in their language. Do you see the point? There's two people. You're talking to two people.
They
no,
use
what
the regular basis. That's racist.
Yeah, God, I should do that.
Because, for instance, you could be in a shop. You could be in a shop buying something, and they could be saying to their people, "Look at this Kala Banda," which means black monkey, right? Or Kala black albaji. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you don't know, they're saying it right in front of your face. You get me? So I'm saying, but you understand?
Yes.
So it's just all I'm saying is I don't even have an issue with them being racist. My whole thing is that we should not pretend that it's not there, and it's something that if we're going to interact and call them brothers, it's something that needs to be brought to the forefront. Because if you think that me and my people are inferior, then how am I supposed to? I know how Allah tells me I'm supposed to see you. And one of the things that needs to be brought to the forefront is those who believe that have to be considered as absolute kafirs in Islam. Inshallah, if Isa comes to the park, we're going to have to deal with him on that basis. And anyway, inshallah.
I think what I've noticed is that the ones that seem to have the racist views are the ones that never grew up in like the Western world. They're the ones that like have come into the country like the last, I don't know, 5 years or something, 10 years.
Nah.
The ones that like, I went to school with, the ones that were like sort of like grew up here. No, I don't really, I've never experienced that from them. But
but they spoke English to you, bro. But they spoke. That's what I'm saying. They were still rated.
But you don't even get that vibes. You don't even get the vibes like that.
Brother,
sorry.
The ones that,
brother, just wanted to introduce myself. I'm actually a Bangladeshi. Okay, I'd like to obviously say a few things here. Now, as a Bengali, honestly, the actual racism side of Bengalis, it's not towards black brothers. All right, they have got an issue, and it's to do with Pakistan. Okay, when they had a war in '71, Okay, independence war. Now, what I would like you to say is, look, geographically, yeah, where Bangladesh is, what's the nearest, black brother, country? Which one is it? Where there's black brothers, nearest one in Bangladesh? They don't interact with black people because there isn't any there. Okay. Now, what you've got to understand is these are parents that came here. Okay, to England. A lot of them couldn't speak English properly. Now, this generation now, okay, I'm 40 years old. Okay, I've seen a lot of people, especially in the Bengali community, the new generation, the youngsters. Yes, there is a problem with some of them, but like we said, oh, the people came to him or whatever. Honestly, bro, I've listened to his thingy, and I know for a fact, yeah, it's one lie to cover another lie to another lie. Simple as. Okay, the man, he didn't have the decency. He just to save himself, he's put everybody else in that equation. But honestly, majority of people don't look at it like that.
I would have thought it was more the older Bengalis that were more racist than the younger ones.
No, it's not.
I would have thought that as well.
No.
So is there a difference
You know
between?
why? Because one of my best friends is Bengali.
Right, brother. Okay, think of it this way.
Sorry, he's Bangladeshi. He looks very African. I don't know why you're saying that.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Yeah, majority of the people, the older generation, explain to me. Yeah, when have they had a problem? Yeah, even back home in Bangladesh with brothers like yourselves, they haven't. So
Okay,
what
but that's within their self. They have lighter skin and darker skin.
There you go.
They don't have a black African.
Yes.
This is the point. So let me just say something.
My parents are quite fair. Like one's a bit darker, the dad's darker, and the mum's quite fair. And he came out darker, and most of his sisters are fair. So there is some colorization and some planning.
I was gonna say, for example, a Seletti would kind of look down on a Chittagong person, which is a bit darker. Am I wrong?
Yeah, but that's not to do with color. That's to do with caste. It's the caste. Okay.
Caste.
Like you said, the caste. Yeah, because there's certain castes.
Caste
Yeah.
system is racist, though.
That's
as long as you know that. Is the root, is the father of racism.
Yeah, but where did the caste come to though? Come from though?
One
It
sec,
came
brother. Let me
from, it came from the Vikings, the Vaders, the invaders, the Vikings. When they came in, they changed the Hindu culture.
Yeah, but brother, what you got to look at, yeah, is the caste system that they've got, right? Yes, they don't. No, they've got a problem with the caste system, which definitely. But honestly, they don't have a problem with the skin color because, right?
No, hold on. When it comes to marriage, hold on, let's deal with this. Hold on, Maku, brother. I want to ask you a question. When it comes to marriage, yeah, if a girl is very, very dark, how do the people generally talk about her?
What do you mean?
I'm saying if a girl, let's say a boy is kind of light skinned, right? He looks, let's say mixed race complexion, right? And he's Bangladeshi, and the girl is Maku's complexion. What is the gossip amongst the people about her?
What do you mean as in gossip?
I.e., she's ugly.
No.
Yes or no?
No. I wouldn't say that. They say she's ugly. Yes, they might say she's dark. Yeah, as in from the other person. The light person.
Are you sure you're Bangladeshi, bro? I don't know. Bro, this is just I've never met Bangladeshi tonight, bro.
Listen,
I know.
No. Listen, what you guys got to understand, yeah, is this person on his own, the actual things that he was coming out with, yeah. Right, yeah. I know for a fact, being in Bangladesh, yeah, I could see the lies, yeah. Forget everybody else, covering him up. The bottom line is, yeah, he said something he shouldn't have said it. Okay, he got caught out, and now he's trying to cover his ass by saying different things.
On the bus.
I hear that.
Bro, quick question.
We're not gonna sign it. We're not gonna sign his attitude to everybody, but there is something to be said.
Brother,
nurture.
Can I just say one thing to you guys? Yeah?
Over nature. Right. We're not saying that men naturally are racist, but men are nurtured that way in some respect.
Do you know, if you can just let me speak 1 second here? Do you know the way I feel? Right. Look at the three people that are involved in this. Yeah, they're all bloody Bangladeshi. Okay, so they're making a bloody mockery. Yeah, they are. Right, you look at the girl, she's from Bangladesh. Yeah, Said, and then bloody go live as well. Okay, so
Yeah,
can you understand my point? Yeah.
Bro, you have to
But
take into account. Listen, to what I'm saying. You seem to have
Bangladesh,
diverted.
hold on. Even with all that racism, are these three individuals violent people?
What do
No,
you mean? Are they violent? Yeah, but they're using this thing for their own reasons. Okay,
Yeah,
to
but
get
is it
hits and
physical?
this and that.
Is it based
Sorry?
on some physical violence or physical threat?
They've got their own agenda. One wants to get into the other one's knickers, and she wants to really do this, and they've got their own thing.
Right, so it's very petty, isn't it? When you think about it.
Brother, listen.
No, but this brother's diverting from the subject, fam. You're diverting from the subject matter. The subject matter is about the collective, the dominancy of anti-blackism in the Bangladeshi community. I agree.
brother.
One particular idiot decided, where he betrayed his black Muslim friends, right, or brethren, by
and I feel
talking
disgusted about this. Yeah,
but this is you. This is a problem. It seems that maybe you because I don't want to be offensive, but the way you sound is as though you might be one of them Bangladeshis that don't hang with Bangladeshis.
Who?
You. I'm not saying I don't know you. I'm just saying you get some, because I get some Pakistani brothers, and they're like they I don't know why they just don't, they say I hate Pakistanis, and they're Pakistani. You get what I'm saying?
It's weird though. I don't realize that much racism in Pakistanis though. To be fair.
Bruv, it's not even like
they do have a problem, and it's to do with caste system. Okay,
you go to the masjid.
Sorry,
that brother that said you don't have this issue with Pakistan. Do you go to the masjid, fam?
Yeah, but there's no Pakistani masjid there. Actually, there is, but yeah, it's not really Pakistani.
You know what it is? You got to just talk to them. Just talk to the Bangladeshis, right, and the Pakistanis who are going to be honest with you about their community, fam.
I know Bangladesh.
Sorry, let me mention. Sorry, I'll let you talk a minute. There's a brother called Nabil Abdul Rashid, right, and he's on Facebook.
The black guy.
Look at the bleeding comments when this idiot, in Birmingham, right? This idiot in Birmingham come out and said, "Brothers, we're not black. Stop talking black and acting like you're black and da da da." If you see the comments of defense from Bangladeshis and Pakistanis and so on defending this fool, who his explanation and apology was worse than what he'd said in the first place. Do you understand? Yeah. So I'm saying to you, it's something which is because it's in their language. Do you get me? It's not something that is experienced by black people all the time. But it's what my point is how you can be with a brother, you roll with him in a car, you eat food with him, and blah blah blah, and he's still got these views. And that's what Issa was saying. He said he'd break bread with this guy. And my point is, what the hell would make someone allow themselves to do that? Where literally, I'm seeing this and I'm breaking bread with them. I'm saying that's too.
Sorry? Asians use the technique, and Africans do it too, and English do it too. Kill you with kindness. So in one breath, they're talking to you kindly and blah blah blah, and and on the other hand, they're sticking a knife in your back.
Nah, bruv, not on a grand scale. Like I'm saying, there's not a whole culture that feeds that, fam. You get what I'm saying?
No, but yeah, it's true what the brother is saying. It's all covert. They'll never tell you this to your face.
Yeah,
it's only when they slip up is when you find out. But
like he did, he threw the rest under the bus, fam. He just was like, "Yeah, this is Bengalis." Like,
straight. But the thing is, you know what I rate though? What I rate, is the way that he freestyled it. I don't know how he came up with that cover-up story that quick.
Yeah, but